Welcome to the Weekend Live Show. 508. We run down the biggest stories of the week with you every Saturday night. 508 is where I'm from. Let us know in the comments right now. Where you repping? Where I'm from. 508 is where I'm from.
Marshfield, New Bedford, Brockton, Malden, Tucsonville, Manchester, Albuquerque's in the Hampton, Hubbardston, Quincy, Hudson, Gardner, Manhattan, Conway, New Hampshire, the Garden City, Agawam, Poison, Plymouth, Pittsburgh, Lake Titicaca, Los Angeles.
This year, cause we're ruthless, yeah, that's some true shit. You don't wanna mess with cheddar in this cup, we left you catch in the ambulance.
You have a job, what do you do?
Leave your clothes, buddy, and then we're scooping up the trends. 508. Where I'm from, 508 is where I'm from.
You lived, I'd come to your house, I'd sit outside, roast marshmallows right in your fucking yard.
NFL on the house, on that.
Let's get this party started, shall we?
Yo, what's up, Turtle Riders? How's everyone doing tonight? Good? Good? Excellent. Welcome to the live show, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host. They call me Uncle Turtleboy around these parts. And put that over there. That's distracting. There's another one too, isn't there? There we go. Okay, cool. Anyway, welcome to the live show, ladies and gentlemen. Right on time as usual. New year, new turtle. If you're new here, guys, go ahead, please, and smash that subscribe button. It's really important. It helps us grow our whatever. You get notified. Usually you get notified when that happens, but just help us get there. You get like a plaque. YouTube sends you a plaque if you ever make it to 100,000. I suspect we'll probably lose our page before that ever happens, but you never know. Just go ahead and smash that subscribe button. Give us a big thumbs up if you haven't already. That helps with the algos, and leave a comment afterwards. That also helps with the algorithms on the YouTube machine. We're getting the hang of it. So, yeah, like I said, we do this every Tuesday and Saturday night at 9 p.m., but we also do some impromptu shows here and there. Like on Wednesday when I showed up at Chef Mike Fucci's house. You never know when that's going to happen, and now I got to go to court for that. We'll probably have another impromptu live coming up for that, so you never know. So hit the notification bell. That way you get notified every time that we go live on this program. And yeah, that's that. So like I said, we're probably eventually going to lose our channel over time. So what we've done is created. Are we live on Rumble right now? Hold on, let me see. I think we're live on Rumble. Yeah, we're live. Okay, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to post the Rumble link. You can watch it on Rumble as well. Eventually, we're going to get shut down on YouTube. They're going to kick us out of here. It's really only a matter of, when, not if it happens. Just because, I don't know, like, just they demonetized us like 18 months ago. We can't do that on here. They're constantly doing privacy strikes. It's so censorious. There is a better competitor. It's called Rumble. We just got to get more people on there. So I put the Rumble link in the comments. Do me a favor. Go ahead and create an account if you haven't done so already. You can even watch it over there. I'll try to read the Rumble comments tonight along with this. I see Turtleboy Daily News over there is saying hi, Rumble people. And we got Breshcott over there saying yo, 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 yo. So we got 9 people over on Rumble. We got we almost have 300 over here already. So it's going to be a good show. I can already feel it. We got a lot of good topics to get through tonight. Well, 2 big topics that we're going to get to tonight. Fucci and Falco. Falco Fucci, in that order. Falco Fucci we're going to do. So just a reminder, guys, if you like the program and you want to support us, I have a freestyle at the end. A lot of people, maybe if you're new here, you don't know this. I'm a freestyle rapper. Not really, but there will be people afterwards that say, oh my God, that's not even a freestyle. I had $1 every time I heard that. So I don't actually freestyle. I write a rap ahead of time and I mockingly call it a freestyle because it's called satire. I'm not actually an aspiring rapper. I'm 41 years old. I have 2 children and I'm running a business. So I don't really have time to pursue a rap career, unfortunately. So this is just something light I do. It's like a Weird Al Yankovic thing, but we dedicate it once in a while. We do one for, a special person like Mike Fucci. So I have a freestyle rap dedicated to him tonight. If we can raise $200 in the donos. So how can you donate? Well, we don't have a super chat button because YouTube took that away from us. So what you can do is you can click at the link at the top. We built our own super chat. It's called Turtle Chat. You can donate whatever amount of money you want. And when you do that, you get to write a message. I will get an email when you do, and I will read your message out periodically throughout the show to the class. So I'll read your grifts out. So you can do that. I'm also on Cash App at $Uncle Turtleboy. If we can get to $200 in the donos tonight, then we will unleash the freestyle, we'll unlock the freestyle, if you will. So if we can get there, it can obviously, you know, help us in that regard. And it just supports there's renegade journalism that we do here that no one else is doing. You know, no one else takes the shots that we do. I had a freaking, on Friday, a lot of people don't know this, I had to sit in a freaking all-day deposition for Jamie General, this asshole who's been suing me for the last 4 years, this lunatic, this freaking moron, absolute moron. He's suing me and like 10 other people. These dog volunteers, they find missing dogs of Massachusetts. You might have heard of them. He's suing me and them for a now 5-year-old blog in which he was mentioned in like one sentence, and I didn't even write it. I was on vacation when the blogs were written. So yeah, I do that. I'm going to court on Friday with Fucci. As you guys know by now, you might have seen in the blogs, I do have court with him on Friday. So all are welcome. It's at Newton District Court at 3 p.m. A guy who owns a bar in Watertown has invited me out afterwards. I'm probably going to take him up on that. You're all are welcome to come. We're going to have a good time. The only question is, will Fucci show up? Do you guys think he'll show up? Because I'm excited for this. Usually people aren't excited for court. I can't wait for court. I'll be representing myself because I'm basically a lawyer at this point. You know, a lot of lawyers look up to me. They're like, that guy knows what he's talking about. You should have become a lawyer. You should have gone to law school. Not really my thing, but I can still hold it down in a courtroom. So you're more than welcome to come, because at these things, this is far from my first harassment prevention order hearing. I've never had one granted on me, but people try this all the time. Actually, it's on March 10th. You know who else? I had a hearing date. That's the 3-year anniversary for the Krusty Panties, Kate Peter hearing that took place in Attleboro. That was March 10th, 2020. It was like 2 days before COVID started. So we're going to celebrate that. We're going to beat him. The question is, guys, is he even going to show up? Dude, he never shows up to court, but he's usually not the plaintiff either. He's usually the defendant. So will he even show up? Because he knows what's going to happen. He knows I get to cross-examine him. I get to ask him all these questions that I wanted to ask him at his house. I get to ask him in a court of law now. I don't know if he knows that. So will he even show up? Either way, I'll be there. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Krusty Panties. How about that? Lauren, number one, will have court in Boston that day as well. I will have Krusty Panties' boyfriend. I have a hearing with him on March 15th in Boston. The Boston police have charged him with assault and battery, or they've applied for a criminal complaint. So I will be there for that. Do you guys think he's going to show? Real quick, let's take a poll. Vote 1 if you think he's going to show up. 2 if no. Actually, I can just do a poll, can't I? I can just actually don't do that. I'm going to create a poll. Will Fucci show up for court? How about that? Will Fucci show up for court? Okay. Did it show up? Vote in the poll. What do you guys say? Okay. Votes are starting to come in because I'm seeing all the 1s and 2s. We can actually make our own poll. So I don't know why I didn't do that a long time ago. Let's see. Oh, it's even. It's like we got 86 votes already, 54 to 46 for no. Wow. Interesting. So I think it's a real coin toss. I say I would vote no. I mean, but just because I think he understands, I think he panicked. I think he like woke up the next day and he told his wife, I'm going to do something about this. I'm going to go down to the courthouse and do something. He ain't going to show up. He doesn't follow through on anything. He's not going to show up. But God, I hope he does. I hope he has a lawyer so I can have some fun with them. But all right, cool. All right, so let's just jump right into it again. Click the link at the top for the donos if you want to support us that way, because this brand of journalism that you're going to get here, you can't get anywhere else. So let's talk about this story that I was working on behind the scenes all week. Again, this is the downside of doing this alone, is normally I could like pawn this story off on someone, but you know, I don't have any other bloggers. I don't trust anyone else. And the phone static. Awesome. Now and then. Great. Hopefully that doesn't keep up. Okay. So let's just jump right into it. All right. So I got contacted about this story. There's a woman named Rhiannon. And I don't know if she's out there. She's more than welcome to come onto the show tonight if she'd like to join us. But I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Rhiannon. But she, her family got it. Let's just go right to the blog. All right. So there he is. This is Tyler Falconer. He runs Falco K9 in Boston. He is, I guess he's only 30 years old. I thought he was older, but he's a Burlington firefighter. And there he is. Okay. 7-pounder. Thank you for the dono. $10 he sends. He says, because Michelle Wu shouted me out, I keep my promise. Excellent. Thank you very much, sir. So that's $10 down, 190 to go for the freestyle. All right. So back to this guy. So there is Tyler Falconer, Mr. Hardo. He was in, I think he was in the Navy. He was in some sort of armed service. And I was told that I don't know this for sure. I was told he wanted to be a cop, but he couldn't. I don't know all the details. Again, I can't confirm that. And he kind of does this whole Falco K9 thing. And their big thing, like, he never outright says, at least to my knowledge, that they train police dogs. I asked him about it when I interviewed him. He never said that he did. But when you go through his like page, I don't know if his page is still up. You get that vibe, right? You get that vibe from him. There's just a lot of like blue lives matter. You know what I mean? Blue lives shit. And full disclosure here. Okay. Jen Duso used to work for this organization when I knew her. She was working there. And I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I haven't talked to her at all. And I take everything she says with a grain of salt. But she told me, you know, and other people that this guy who is her boss is sending her, you know, D-pics. Let's just put it that way. D-pics were coming in there. That's what she said. Now it's Jen Duso, so you never know if it's true or not, but that's what she alleged about this guy. And I think it's, considering both of them and who they are, I think that's a distinct possibility. So anyway, she used to get, and we all know that she was pretending to be a cop for so many years. So it's really the perfect fit for her to work at a place like this, because they kind of give that impression that they are it just seems that way. You know, he's a first responder, whatever. Anyway, Falco offers training as well as boarding and whatnot. And there's some dogs, some pups there, whatever, you know. But a lot of people, like Rhiannon, all of a sudden came out of the woodwork and they said that her dog had lost 20 pounds over about a month there. The dog's name was Luna, and it was sent home early after catching kennel cough at the facility. And they actually offered not only a full refund, but to drive it home to Weir, New Hampshire, and give them a full, like, they could not wait to get rid of this dog, like ASAP. Take the dog and take the money. Like, I'm sorry, you don't do something like that unless you realize you're in a little bit of trouble. Like, just here, have all your money back without even asking for it. To me, that right there is just like, you're covering something up. You're like, maybe she'll leave us alone if we give us a full refund. Now, 20 pounds. Now, I have heard some people, very few people have been defending him over this. And you know me, I don't like to jump on mobs. Like, I don't believe in mobs. So I get why people are suspicious if you see like a big mob coming at someone like this. And I realize the power that Turtleboy wields. And so I'm careful for that reason. And I wanted to get his side of the story. And I talked to him for 25 minutes on the phone. And a couple, you know, I did learn a couple things from him. But I feel like he was hiding something the whole time and not being completely honest with me. And it turns out a lot of the things he said were verifiable lies. A lot of them. And his organization here, Falco K9, like I said, a lot of dogs are coming home weighing 20 pounds less. And I've seen some people in the comments saying, well, that happens all the time, right? Dogs are going to lose weight. They're going to be in a new environment. They're going to be stressed out. 20 pounds, dude. Come on. Come on. It's ridiculous. Some of these dogs came back looking like, you know, they just came out of some sort of concentration camp or some shit. Like, you could see their bones. It was disgusting. So anyway, she began to research the company, and more came across similar reviews. And she alleged that Falco deletes negative reviews, which they do, and they have no more reviewing. Do you guys know, are they Let me know in the comments. I haven't checked. Has he taken down the page yet? Usually that's what they do. I'll go to the Facebook right now. Let's see. I can just go right on my phone, but I know it causes static, and we hate the static, don't we? Let me see here. Falco K9. Is it gone? Oh, it's still there. Okay, I cannot comment. I don't know if I'm blocked or it's just me who's blocked or if they've disabled all commenting. But you go on their page and there's just no. Oh, K9 Falco K9 limited who can comment on this post. So they're not letting people comment, which is, extremely shady if you're running a business. Like, how are you not going to let people comment and share their thoughts on your business or whatever if you have nothing to hide? But anyway, so she makes this long post, alleges all this stuff, and a lot of people contact me about her post. A lot of people shared it because the pictures are really what did it. Like, this is a very healthy looking, plump looking dog here, strong. And then it came back and it's like skin and bones. Like, look at that dog. I can see its freaking skin. Like, dude, not good. Not good. So on top of that, this guy is also involved or was involved in a civil lawsuit out of Suffolk Superior Court involving his ex-girlfriend, who, by the way, I saw this woman's Instagram. She's like hot. Like, they say she's an older woman. She doesn't look that old to me. I thought they were the same age. I guess she's older. I don't know. I don't know how he's pulling these chicks. Like, this guy is like, no offense to him, but I don't know how this guy does it. But anyway, so this woman, I guess they were dating, and they were having sex on a boat, I guess. And he takes the camera out while her eyes are closed, which is never a good sign. And he starts recording it, and she catches him. So she immediately, upon realizing that Falconer was recording her, and she's a Burlington teacher, by the way. So they work in the same town. And this is like, you're a teacher. Like, you don't want that coming out. They're saying that she was his teacher. I don't know. He's 30 years old, so he can do whatever he wants to do now. Either way, it's really just, if people bringing that stuff up, it's just like, that's just a distraction from the story here. Like, it doesn't matter how old she is or how old he is. Can't tape someone having sex without their consent. Period. Scumbag move. We all know that I've had a little experience with that, but the key thing is consent. The key thing is consent. Okay. So it goes on, says, immediately upon realizing that Falconer was recording her, she asked him if he was recording, and he admitted to doing so. She demanded he delete the video, and Falconer represented to her that he had done so. But nothing's ever really deleted. You can get anything back. Shit's in the cloud, shit's in your junk folder or whatever. But he maintained a copy of it. The romantic relationship between them ended in April of 2018, but they remained in contact for approximately the next year. He's a firefighter in Burlington. She's a teacher. In or around April 2019, she learned that Falconer had sent a copy of the video to a fellow Burlington firefighter, Paul O'Meara. She further learned that O'Meara had shown the video to other people. Now, that's just weird. That's just weird to me. Like, we all know I've got some videos too of certain Falco employees. Okay. And, I could share those with the world, I guess, if I wanted to. It looks like she's kind of beating me to it. But it's just kind of weird to show your buddies that, I think. Like, I'd be weirded out. Like, hey, guys, you want to see? Because you're naked in it too. And you're like, like, you're going to send, like, I'm going to send you, like, my buddies don't want to see that. Like, nobody, I don't know why your friends would want to see that if you're a guy. Like, you're naked in it too. I understand a woman's naked, that's appealing, whatever. But, like, I don't want to see you naked. Nobody, I don't want to see that. I'm all set. Anyway, goes on to say, She, in and around April 2019, he learned that she had sent the copy around. The person who informed this information was Richard Bernard, who also informed her that O'Meara had a copy of the video on his mobile phone. So now it's just out there. Like, it'll never be deleted at this point. She confronted Falconer when he was at her house on or around April of 2019. Shortly after she learned that Falconer had disseminated the video. Falconer denied he disseminated the video and again represented to her that he had deleted it. He claimed that she was lying to her. On or around August 2019, she learned from a colleague that he too had watched the video. So another teacher is now seeing this on O'Meara's cell phone. On or about August 8th, she called him and demanded that he delete the video immediately and cause anyone else to whom he had sent it to do the same. Again, that's just dumb. Like, once it's out there, you ain't deleting it. It belongs to the world at this point. It's unfortunate, but you can't delete things. Like, that's just not how anything works these days. Nothing ever is deleted. So, it goes on to say that the video immediately and caused anyone's Falconer responded by screaming at her that there was no fucking video, as well as the words to the effect of, "I don't need this drama. I have a fucking dead dog in my kennel, and I'm not dealing with this." So that's interesting. The dead dog in the kennel. That's something that we look into later. The dead dog in the kennel. That he does. He's like, "I don't want to deal with this." It's like, but you sent the sex tape out, so you have to deal with it. You created this mess yourself. She felt that after his outburst, he had shown terrifying anger issues, among other troubling behavior during their romantic relationship. She also felt embarrassed as a teacher in the same town. In or around November of 2019, she encountered Falconer. Without any prompting by her, he represented that he had confronted O'Meara about the video, or she did. Falconer represented to her that O'Meara denied doing so. The fact that Falconer had this conversation with O'Meara confirmed that Falconer had at least sent it to him. Dumbass. In or around May 20th, she again learned from her sister that additional people had seen the video. I like how it's capitalized. On or around September 8th, she learned from a colleague that a former Burlington firefighter, Brandon Gonzalez, told her about the video's existence, that he had the opportunity to watch it, though he declined to do so. Okay. On information and belief, she showed and or sent the video to multiple other people. So she sued him over this. Basically, this went through the courts for about 2 years. In April of 2022, it was resolved and disposed. A non-disclosure agreement was signed, and neither party, I reached out to both of them, neither party was able to tell me what the terms of that were. Now, she sued him for $1.5 million. I have a hard time believing that she took $0. Like, I find that hard to believe that there was no money exchanged here. There had to have been some money exchanged, because why else would she agree to drop it? Anyway, going through the reviews, she also noticed a lot of other things that were shady here. So these are like all of these reviews on Google. A lot of them are gone now, but a summation of some things listed in there. And again, these are just reviews. Keep in mind, these are customer experiences. They're saying this stuff. There were some positive ones for sure. I'm sure a lot of people went to Falco K9 and didn't have issues. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. A lot of people said that too. Oh, I went to Falco and I had a great time. Oh, really? A lot of people in Germany in 1941 were quite comfortable. They were quite comfortable. That doesn't mean we look past the Holocaust, right? It doesn't mean we look past all the horrible negative shit because some people had a good time. It doesn't, like, stop it. Stop it. Grow up. Don't be ridiculous. Oh, thank you. You enjoyed me on Chrissy Mayer. That was cool. Are you a Chrissy Mayer fan? Chrissy's fun. She's a funny chick. I like her a lot. So, all right. So anyway, back to this. Sorry, I'm just reading the comments too. Anyway. Okay. So locking dogs in cages for an hour is on it. Now that is actually one thing that Jen Duso told several people that she would have to come in and the dogs, they had been there for like 14 hours straight in crates, that nobody worked overnight. She said nobody worked overnight. So that overnight they were all just stuck in their crates. And she had that at her house too. I remember there, like she had like 5 dogs there and only the pit bull got to live in the house. And the rest of them just spent the rest of their lives in cages. Like it's a horrible existence. I don't understand it. These people claim to love dogs. If you love a dog so much, then why are you gonna have a dog sit in a cage their whole life? They're prisoners. Dogs are meant to be free and run around and jump on a couch and lick you and play with you. Like that's the whole purpose of having a pet. Why do you want them in a crate the whole time, festooning in their own feces, essentially? So neglecting dogs ended up getting sick. Lots of incidents of kennel cough, dogs coming home traumatized with completely different and timid behavior. There was a car crash with dogs in a truck that were never reported to owners. A lack of communication with customers about training. That was the other thing. This place claims that they're going to send you a video every day of how your dog is doing. Employees later on tell us that they would, towards the end, they'd be in their crates all day. And that towards the end, they would say, oh, let's make a video of them walking around so we can send it to them, show all the progress we're making, whatever. And it was just some basic shit like sit, steal. It appears to be a small facility and, they jump over a thing and then they go up a thing and then they go down a thing. I don't know. It doesn't seem, I would never pay for that, certainly, but some people would. Anyway, yeah, a van crash. I guess they pick up the dogs in the morning for doggy school or whatever, and the van crashed and the cages broke and the dogs went everywhere and they were traumatized. And they just didn't tell. They didn't tell any of the owners. This is what multiple employees said happened. Multiple employees. So this is not my word. This is what other people are saying. Witness statements. It goes, and that was one thing I'd never asked him about that. I only had him on the phone for like 25 minutes, but should have asked him about that. Anyway, unprofessional behavior from staff members, deleting of negative reviews, dogs coming home after losing significant weight and not eating food, Falco calling customers liars underneath their reviews, which is just so unprofessional, allegations that negative reviews were being suppressed on a Southie Facebook page. So again, they're all right here. I don't know any of these people. When I talked to Falconer about this, he basically said that this was part of some concerted effort to, because of a post made by a woman named Margie 2 years ago. And he's like, he blamed everything on her. Basically, she's gotten all these people to leave these fake reviews. And I'm like, they're all fake. None of these people, if it was one or two, okay. But there's so many and they're so consistent and they have, a lot of these people have documentation too, to back it up, right? They got pictures, before and after pictures, time stamped, date stamped, in case there's any doubt about it. They have a lack of communication, like not following through on promises. And the big thing that I told them, I'm like, why don't you have cameras? Like that would solve everything. If you just had cameras up and just a constant stream and people could just watch their dog during the day. Why wouldn't you do that? I mean, other places do that, I would assume. Why wouldn't you do that for more transparency? It's freaking dogs. Shouldn't, if you're at work, check in on your dog. How's my dog doing? That way, there's nothing to hide. Somebody accuses you of something. You say, oh, here's the tape. But the fact that, and he told me about that, I'm like, he's like, no, you don't want to do that because he's like, that bad things would happen. And I'm like, would it though? I don't know, whatever. It just seems like, why not? You should have them up. All right. So back to this. So here's all the negative reviews. We don't need to read all of them. I kind of summed it up. Okay. Wow. Look at all these. Damn. So I spoke to Tyler and asked him about the reviews. If there were one or two reviews, like I said, I could ignore them, but there were dozens. And he admitted to me that he does he's like, I don't report. He was like, I don't pull down reviews. It's like, I know you don't, because you don't work at Google. You don't have the ability to do that. He's like, but he flags them. He reports them. And to me, that's just as bad. Why are you flagging a negative review? Like that is the customer's right to share their opinion about your business with the world. Why would you want to cover that up? A good business owner doesn't need to cover that up because they don't get a lot of bad reviews. And they know that any bad review I have just gets, and whatever you do, don't go at it with the customers on the reviews. I think that's another horrible look that some business owners do. Don't do that. So this lady, Haley Richards, comes on here, alleges that her dogs, two dogs went through some horrible things. He responds to the post, says she's lying, and claims that she previously said great things about her experience. So he flags it and it gets removed. And then she posts again the following. She posts, all of my previous negative reviews were deleted. Here to back up all of the other negative experiences and confirm that my two dogs went through a terrible experience both in the board and train and day school, because this whole thing was taken down. So she put that up. Our dogs deserve better. No matter what they say or how they try to delegitimize any other review than 5 stars, it is not a safe environment for your dog. All right. So he blames it all on this post from 2021. This woman named Margie Ruggieri, and she is, let's just say, determined, I would say, and not giving up at all. Like some people, most people just let shit go. After a while, they're just like, this guy's not worth my time, right? Not worth my time. And that's the way it was with Chef Fucci. People are just like, whatever. It's the money, whatever. The guy owes me a few $100 or a couple $1,000. He's not worth it. Just take the loss and move on with my life. That's the way a lot of people operate. A good 10% of the people like me and Margie here don't operate like that, though. We are vindictive cunts, and we just don't stop until the bad guy gets justice. We just have this insatiable thirst for justice. And that's what she has based on her experience there. So her situation there, she has a Great Dane puppy named Gulliver. And Gulliver came home, lost a significant amount of weight, had really bad diarrhea. She sent me videos of the diarrhea, which was not necessary. I would have taken her word for it, but it was pretty bad, the diarrhea. And she also alleged that he had become dehydrated, that he had blood in his rectum, a bacterial infection from open sores, fecal matter in his ears. She sent me the medical work for this, the paperwork, the documents. The testing showed that he had Helicobacter. I don't even know how to pronounce that, but as a result of the transmission of fecal matter and drinking infected water. So transmission of fecal matter means that he is rolling around in his own poop. That's what that means. And drinking infected water. The vet bills were $8,000. Jesus. Tyler himself would not speak to her until her online review started getting negative attention. So again, he doesn't even respond, and then things start getting bad for him. And so then he's like, contacts her and demands that she take it down. So, I mean, look at this. This is a freaking book. So here's a healthy Gulliver, sharp looking dog. And then this is pickup from Falco on 5/19. The open sore that turned out to be a bacterial infection. I mean, look at that, dude. Skin and bones. And then Gulliver before. I mean, that's a healthy looking dog. Come on, man. You can't. I'm sorry. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, this guy's telling me, like, this is just such a bad look. You can't send dog. Like, people give you money to train their dogs. They come in looking like this, and they come out looking like that. Dude, stop it. Stop making excuses for this shit. Does any other dog trainer have this problem? Like, do your competitors? Who are they? I don't know. But do they have this issue Like, this is I don't know the first thing about dog training. All I know is you're not supposed to come out of Falco looking like you just got released from Auschwitz. Like, that's what this looks like. Doggy Auschwitz. These dogs are coming home. Skin and bones, dude. I don't know what's causing it. And no one knows because you don't have cameras up. This could all be fixed if you just put up some cameras and add some more transparency, but you're not doing that. And therein lies the problem. You're not transparent. And now people have to guess what happened. All they have to look at is the results. How do you explain this? And then you blame it on something else. Every single time he blames it on something else. Not his fault. They came in looking like that. That's the one excuse he gave. Like, that's not normal. Okay? That's not normal. Okay. So back to this. So Margie's post prompted dozens of other customers to come forward, and her post is still up. Hundreds of shares with similar complaints. And again, a lot of these people did not know her, and it's a public post, and they saw it in their timeline. They're like, oh shit, I dealt with them too, so I'm not the only one. Because I bet a lot of people dealt with Falco, and then they're just, they're like, oh, well, maybe it was me. Maybe I'll just move on with my life, just won't go back there again. But then a lot of them come forward when they see a post like this. It's like a Me Too thing for dogs. Me Too for Falconer. So we're not going to read them all, but you get the point. All of these things, the same. All of them. Another woman came forward about a complaint she made after her dog Sawyer came back significantly malnourished. And guess who? I believe. So Sawyer is a patient there. He was seen for his physical just a couple of weeks ago. Perfectly healthy. Sawyer has some aggression towards specific dogs. So I took him to a 2-week board and train of Falco, which came highly recommended. I picked him up last night after only 2 weeks, and I'm heartbroken at the condition he came back in. He looks like he was starved, malnourished over 2 weeks. I can't believe the amount of weight he lost. See the pictures below. Every single bone in his body is sticking out. It's hard to see with all his hair, but touching him is just skin and bones. I don't think there is much I can do now, but give him extra love and extra food. I just figured this vet should be aware of this and also aware of what this facility is doing. Who did you send this to? Staff and Eric. Okay. Give me 1 sec. Let me check the turtle chats. Again, if any, so if you got, is the turtle chat not working? Or you guys just don't like freestyles? I'd love to do the freestyle tonight. I'd love to do it. But so far we have, I think, 7 Pounder is the only one. So if we can get to, again, if you guys want to support our journalism here, our rebel brand of journalism, there's a link at the top. You can click on that. You can donate whatever amount of money you want. When you do that, you get to leave a message. And I will read the message out loud because I will receive it. And whatever you want to say on there, I'll say it. And again, this is how you can support our journalism because, I don't work for a corporate controlled media outlet because if I did, I couldn't write a story about this. Like literally stories like this, Falco, this has been pitched to the Boston Globe. This has been pitched to WCVB, but they won't write about it because his wife works for them. The corporate media is in bed with scumbags. They live to protect people like Tyler Falconer. I don't. I'm the opposite. So if you would like to support this brand of journalism, you can support it at the top by sending a donation and I'll read it out loud. So check the turtle chat. I just did. Did I, is it not working? Am I not getting the notifications? Hold on. Because I'm not seeing any turtle chat notifications here. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, we are getting some. Apparently. Why am I not getting the freaking notifications? All right, whatever. All right, so we have a couple here, but then I don't see the... if you want me to read your announcement out to the class, feel free to do so. So that would be DW sends $25. If DW wants to send them, they can. We have, let's see, Fly Crow She sends 50. Thank you very much. Ba Lowney sent 25. Thank you very much. We had Aaron Weiss sends $5. Thank you very much, Aaron. Kelly Wilson sends $10. Thank you. Sexy Susie sends 50. Thank you. And we have Tina Oliveira sends 25. Appreciate that, Tina. Blurred Lines sends 10. I don't know why these aren't showing up. Michelle Talbot, I think she was one of the reviews, sends 50. Thank you very much, Michelle. Scott Starboard sends 10. It says just a little something towards the freestyle. Never mistreat animals. S. Rodriguez. Thank you, Scott. Appreciate that. And then MJ sends 10. So I think that's pretty freaking close. 50, 100, 150, 60, 65. Yeah, we got there. Okay. So we got there for the freestyle. So that's cool. Sorry about that. I'm like, I don't know why they're not showing up. I don't know why they're not showing up in my email, but whatever. So again, if you guys want to have your messages read, the people who donated, just send me a message. Send me a message on Facebook, Clarence Woods Emerson, and I will read it out loud to the class. So thank you very much. Thank you, Michelle. Appreciate it. Michelle, I believe you were one of the people. Donation made. Fuck Falco. Follow at Michelle S_re_market for off-market listings in Southie and Dorchester. Oh, is that you? Excellent. Thank you, Michelle. So she's one of the people whose reviews Tyler said was fake. But as we know, I think we know that they're real now. Okay. You're not on Facebook. Send it to me another way if you can. Either way, I appreciate it. So thank you. I don't know why the messages aren't showing up. It's really annoying when that happens. But all right, back to the show. So there's poor Sawyer there. I mean, look at that dog. Come on. I mean, that's the dog before. That's a healthy looking dog. This is how he comes home.
So this is how my dog came back. Literally skin and bones. You can feel every notch in his spine, every rib. His waist is this skinny. He looks like he's dying.
Jesus Christ. So, guess who Sawyer's trainer was? You see who Sawyer's trainer was? So this is the email that Tyler sends her. Sawyer was at a 2-week board and train program here at Falco from November 4th to yesterday, November 18th, where his hour-long exit session was implemented with the owners as well as our trainer, Leah. Sawyer's mom, Jennifer, did make a comment that Sawyer seemed to have lost a little weight during his duration. Leah advised her that during the program, dogs can become stressed in a new environment. Again, here's the excuses already. Oh, they're just stressed. No, dogs, that's not what stress looks like. That's anorexia in a new environment, and sometimes may not eat all of their food during their first initial intake. However, Sawyer appeared to be eating all of his food during his feeding times. Each and every time, this was confirmed by our kennel technicians here today upon reading this email. Here at Falco, so again, he's just like, Tyler appeared to be eating all his food during each times. This was confirmed by our kennel. So we investigated ourselves, and we determined that he ate them. We have no evidence of that, but we swear to God, it wasn't us. Like, that's their whole business model wasn't me. Here at Falco, we feed them approximately 2 times a day, once at 7 and once at 3, with the exact amount of cups per feeding specified by the client upon intake arrival at the program. During the 2-week program that Sawyer was in, where'd it go? During that Sawyer was in, the trainers also utilized the food Bill Jack, which is a high-value treat reward utilized during sessions that are taking place with the dog multiple times a day. We're also extremely concerned due to this information of his excess weight loss here at Falcon. We would appreciate you to keep us posted. What? Sawyer was already an extremely lean dog. See, there's the blame. That's how he starts with this shit every time. Oh, he was already lean. Bitch, no, he wasn't. He looked fine before. And it's just like, how do you prove otherwise? This is his whole thing. It's like, how do you prove otherwise? You got no cameras. Our trainer, Leah, there's your first mistake. I mean, how many times did she get chewed up? What expertise does she have in dogs? you played dress up as a state trooper for 4 years. You were a fake cop. You were never really a cop. You got on the K9, which you weren't eligible to be on because you have to be on for 5 years to get that because you were banging lieutenant colonel. And you constantly get chewed up by your own dogs. Your nickname is literally Chew Toy. Chew Toy. And somehow you're an expert in dogs. Okay. Anyway, our trainer, Leah, made mention that she also had advised Jennifer during the exit session of the nutrient powder called Vertex, which is a high caloric supplement that also has additional vitamins and nutrients to help assist with this weight issue. There is at no point within any board and train that our dogs here at Falco are malnourished or starved. Dude, what are you talking about? They clearly are. We strive to keep each and every dog that is under our care at the facility happy, healthy, and sanitary. Well, you failed. Stress levels vary between, so it just goes on and on with the excuses. It's just all excuses. Nonsense. Anyway, another customer who happened to be a Boston firefighter also came forward as a result of the post. And he alleged that his dog died in Falco in August of 2019. This is the dog that's referenced in the teacher's lawsuit against him for filming sex without her consent. I asked him about this. He claims that the dead dog's owner, the owner of the dead dog and him, are still friendly. That's a lie. That's a lie. I confirm that they're not friendly at all. And so basically this guy was just like, he's one of these people who just gave up. He's just like, never again, obviously. But what am I going to do? He had like something about the insurance company that they tried suing. I don't know. But I asked Tyler about the allegation. He claims that they were still friendly and that the owner apologized to him for hurting his reputation. Maybe the messages the firefighter sent in 2021 suggest otherwise. So yeah, my dog was the dog that died at Falco in August of 2019. It's pretty straightforward. We did some training with him before we had the location. He opened the Southie location. We did some board and trains while we went away before, but those were at his house. I brought him to get boarded before a family vacation, and he sent someone to meet me. He wasn't there himself. They brought us to a dingy basement with no AC, just fans, but they insisted it was fine and that they were in the process of setting the place up. I checked in a couple days later. He said they weren't doing training, I guess. Maybe we weren't on the same page on that day. And then 2 days later, he texted me to come home from South Carolina because my dog is dead. Okay, so that's, again, you're running a business. A guy is paying you to take care of the dog, and the dog fucking dies. Dies. Like it's dead. My dog was alive and healthy before I gave it to you, and now he's dead. I don't know how this guy's not making a bigger deal of this, quite frankly. Dead. Like, how do you were supposed to train it. It wasn't supposed to die. What the hell? He goes on to say, so I have a lawyer friend, and we sent a claim to do an insurance claim. I imported the dog from Germany, spent a ton of money on training. He had some bullshit internet insurance that wouldn't cover it. They were really threatening about countersuing. He was new in business, and we're both firefighters, so I didn't want to hurt him, so I left it alone. We didn't file a police report, just had the vet reports and autopsy reports. And she's 2 years after the dog died, he felt the need to reach out to this woman and tell her as well. So clearly he's not over it. And multiple people have told us, and he confirmed, there's no windows in the basement. And he's like, oh, well, we leave the door open sometimes. We have fans, and there's AC. He said there was AC. I don't know about that. But anyway, so that's that review. And so the Animal Rescue League did investigate this, but ultimately it led nowhere, because my understanding of this, and maybe Margie can correct me, is that they only investigated Gulliver. She's the one that initiated this. And so she had all these other people that wanted to come forward, but I've seen them emails from the sergeant, and he's just like, we're not adding people onto this. We're investigating Gulliver. That's what we're doing. And yeah. So anyway, he and his lawyer ends up sending a cease and desist, Falconer's lawyer, to this woman, threatening her, demanding she stop posting negative things. The attorney made it seem like she was a vengeful liar, seeking to destroy the business for absolutely no reason, which is obviously not true. She was vengeful for certain. Like, I'm vengeful at times too. It's okay to being vengeful is not a crime. It's not against the law. Like, if somebody does you wrong or does your dog wrong, like, you have a right to be vengeful. Sorry. Motivation doesn't matter. She has a right to be a vengeful cunt. Sorry. Don't like it? Maybe don't make her dog lose 20 pounds and run around its own feces. Maybe don't do that. So, goes on to say, Rhiannon posted, so I thought I would point this out. So this is one thing Tyler did bring up to me that I thought was fair to point out. Rhiannon, the woman who made the post a couple weeks ago about what her dog went through there, she shared Margie's post in July of 2021. And he's like, well, why would she hire me? He goes, why would she hire me? He goes, it was all a smear campaign. The Margie post, it was all a smear campaign. Rhiannon shared that post, and then she still hired me, so she didn't believe it. It's like, so I asked her about that, and she was honest with me. She's like, I share a lot of shit on Facebook. We all know Pumpkin Spice Mafia, right? Sometimes people blindly share shit. And she honestly forgot about this company 2 years later. And I don't know. I find that plausible. Maybe others don't, but I do. Okay, what is this video here? So they sent her this video of Luna. Oh, by the way, so Tyler told me that Luna, Rhiannon's dog, did not lose any weight there. And he was skinny when he already arrived. The dog was skinny when the dog was dropped off. But here's a video that he sent the woman of the dog. And you tell me, does this dog look skinny to you?
So yeah, Caitlin working with Luna. Her and hers relationship has gotten a lot better. She's starting to settle in a little bit. That's still a work in progress, right? She's just scared. So still adjusting to the new environment, whatnot. So, as far as training goes, nothing super complicated. So just having her come up here, walk around with Caitlin, right? And then, there are these other dogs out here and whatnot, right? But her just realizing that nobody is out to get her. Good job, Mama.
Again, that dog doesn't look skinny to me. So that's like when the dog first got there. A month later, it came back skin and bones. Anyway, she starts going at it with them on Facebook, and he starts responding. He starts chirping back. Members of our staff are trying to contact you at the moment. On January 5th, we took Luna in for training. At no point was Luna ever kept in a crate. Well, you can't prove that because you don't have cameras. Luna was kept in a 3x5 foot kennel run. The misunderstood communication here was that what was said was that we wished we had a crate large enough to keep her in a different part of the facility and not with the other dogs in the kennel run area. We notified you on January 16th that Luna was displaying signs of kennel cough, and you returned back to our facility on February 8th. So it's your fault. On February 16th, we contacted you and noted to you that Luna was displaying a slight limp and she was not thriving in this environment. It was on that same day that a member of our staff drove back to you. Ryan is in contact with a member of our staff. We have answered questions pertaining to the feed half labeled on the can. That was okay. Luna ate all of the meals, so nothing is his fault at all. Please work with us here on resolving the situation. What is there to resolve? And then she goes, you guys did not reach out to notify us of anything. We did not receive a single update from February 8th to 16th until we messaged and called ourselves to see why we hadn't heard anything. If she was eating all of her meals, how did she lose all this weight? And why do we have to contact you guys to even find out there was a problem? Great question. And again, just look at the dog. How can you look at that dog and be like, things are fine? Oh, this is fine. Falco responds and says, we take full responsibility that you were not contacted for 9 days. That should not have happened. Kind of a big deal. Kind of a big deal. It is our standard operating procedures that owners are contacted every day. Apparently, it's not. We've provided you with the sheets to our cleaning supplies that we use. It was recently discovered that updates were not being sent to the right number. Happy to upload them here in the comments section or send them directly to you and Ryan. Then she goes, if nothing else, we should have been notified as soon as something was wrong with our dog. And if you guys did not have a large enough space, you shouldn't have taken the dog in the first place. I'm sure she was extremely stressed being a very large dog stuck in a 3 foot by 5 foot cage in your basement. Had we been told you do not have the space for a dog her size, we would not have boarded her there. But they want the money. She's over 3 feet tall and 3.5 feet in length when standing. I can't imagine she's able to lay down comfortably for hours. Should have been made aware of these things. You have both of our phone numbers. Why didn't you call us? And he goes, it was brought to my attention that one of you changed your phone numbers while Luna was with us, except they didn't. They didn't. So again, just with the excuses and the lying. Oh, it's your fault. You changed your number. No, I didn't. You just didn't do your job, man. You didn't do your job, and you're not manning up and taking risks. This is like a bootleg business for like a young guy. Like he's young. Like he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He just wants to be seen. Like he has no idea how to run a freaking business. None. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he has more background with dogs training. I don't know. But the problem here, which everyone said, is that the business was obviously after COVID. I guess a lot of people got dogs during COVID, and that afterwards, everyone wanted them trained. And so business picked up, and he had so many dogs and not enough employees. And that's the issue. They said that they had 15 dogs first. That jumped to 65. And you saw that facility. It doesn't look that big. Even the first time around, we received a total of 2 updates. Okay. And here's a message from the trainer, Stefan. She never missed a meal. The feed half was to split the canned food from AM, PM, having her full portion of kibble, both meals, and her taking more treats during training. The kennel ultimately was the biggest stressor to her, which is why I called you. Her being so stressed is what caused her to lose weight. See that part? Caused her to lose weight. But no, what does Tyler say? She didn't lose weight. She came in skinny. It's not her fault. She came in skinny. Dude, get your lies in order, dude. Anyway, so that's her. Another guy messages her and is like, I had a Great Dane there. With experienced the same thing with her pup. I went wild when they almost killed her pup, leaving reviews, calling them. If anything I could do to help take true accountability, they never did. I advise every single woman in any Facebook group when they look for trainers to stay away from Falco's board and train. They're horrible human beings. I got so many phone numbers of people I never even contacted about this who had similar things. Like this is an organized, concerted effort now of people who are very upset that this place is allowed to stay up. And ARL and MSPCA didn't really do their job last time around. They kind of just took this guy's word for it. He knew they were coming in. He freaking probably just made it seem like it's, I mean, it's easy to put on a show when you know someone's coming in, isn't it? But apparently they're under investigation again. And I hope this time it's taken more seriously. So another woman by the name of Jessica Cassidy also had a lot of negative experiences with Falco K9. Luckily, her dog did not get sick at Falco, but she saw the signs coming and noticed a lot of things just didn't seem right, and has since been kind of working with these people to get the word out about it. She's been blocked on various Facebook groups, and a lot of people have said the name Jake Walthall. I guess this guy is the nephew of Tyler Falconer. This is a video that Jake posted to Snapchat. This is the most disturbing part. So Jake posted this video to Snapchat, or TikTok rather, of his dog that was clearly horrified. Or no, is this Snapchat? That's where they're filming a camera. Watch this. Just watch this. Look at that. That dog's frightened. They're laughing. It's funny.
Hey, buddy, what's going on here? Hey, what are we doing?
Okay. So that's like, that video right there says it all. Like, why are you allowing a dog is pissing on your floor at the facility? Clearly that dog is scared. Clearly. Anyone who's been around dogs know that is a frightened dog. And they're sitting there laughing about it like it's funny to you. First of all, it's your business. A dog is urinating in your business. And you're just like, this is funny. Let's film it and film ourselves laughing about it. Like you have an employee like that and he's family. Unprofessional. Disgusting. Exactly, Jessica C. Disgusting, that video. That video says a lot. That was one of the more damning things. Of course, we don't have a lot of other videos because no one's allowed inside. So then I also spoke with 4 former employees. And to me, I tried getting these women on tonight. None of them want to come on. And that's their prerogative because a lot of them just don't want to get sued by this guy. See, I don't care. Tyler, you can sue me all you want. It's not going to end the way I would recommend for your sake not doing it. Just because I have a field day when people sue me, my dude. You might want to Google me. People sue me all the time. I'm undefeated in court. I love lawsuits. I'm really good at it. I don't libel ever. I always have my facts straight. I always back up every single thing that I can say. I document, I research. I spent over a week working on this story, dude. I'm actually I do what your wife claims to do, pretends to do, journalism. So you can sue me if you want. I'm not scared of you. Some of these women and other people might be because they haven't been through this before. I love lawsuits. I love taking down people like you because all you'll do is waste your money and I would just make more content out of it. Like we'll talk about the trial. Well, your name will be here. Like you'll never go away. You'll turn into Mike Gaffney or some shit. Or Ryan Waters, like some of these repeats that just never go away. So you're more than welcome to try, but it's not going to go the way you think it will. Anyway, so I spoke with 4 former employees. And to me, their testimony meant the most because they witnessed shit. The customers, the clients, they only saw the before and after. They didn't see what was going on inside. The employees all did. And Tyler, of course, dismissed all of these people. When I talked to him about this, I'm like, what about this employee, this employee, this employee, and this employee? And he's like, well, they're just angry ex-employees. Like, dude, come on. You can't have an excuse for everything. The world is not out to get you. All these people saying similar shit. Come on. Why would they do that? Why would they do that? I've left a lot of jobs before. I don't like burn the place down. Like, I don't need to shit on my old boss. He acts like this is like what everybody does when they leave a job. No. So he says there's too many dogs. Like this is a summation of the complaints made by these people. Too many dogs going from 15 to 65. All about profits. Dogs having seizures when not given prescribed seizure medication ahead of time. Dogs sitting in crates for hours in their own feces. That's another thing Genduso said as well. Giving sick dogs Falco remedies instead of taking them to the vet. That was all of them said this. That when the dogs would get sick, instead of taking them to the vet, they would give them, I think it was like apple cider or some shit. I have to look it up. Apple vinegar. I forget what it was. And like they called it just Falco shit. But that's not how it works. The van accident that we talked about before, Tyler told the employees to figure it out and instructed them not to tell the owners about the crash. The mother, Joan, reportedly told concerned employees, are you going to pay for the vet bills when they complained? No, bitch, you are, because it's your fucking business, stupid. That's called a cost of doing business. Dogs were a complete disorganization. Dogs hardly being worked if they were unlikable, particularly the Great Danes, and only taught to sit and stay. Dogs constantly reeking of urine and poop. Dogs not being fed. Dogs being left with dangerous prong collars on. Outright abuse at the hands of Jake Wolfel, who was seen swinging dogs by their necks. and had no formal training. Employees were told to get a few minutes of training on video to send to clients before putting them back in the crates for hours. One of the employees who left in 2021 tells us that due to understaffing, they failed to keep dogs apart and that she saw 2 dogs fucking. The female then became pregnant, and Falco said that it happened at a dog park. So my dog's pregnant. Care to explain why my freaking dog's pregnant? Must have happened at the dog park. Wasn't here. Because you'll just have to trust me that it wasn't here. Yeah, sure, there's a million freaking dogs here, but none of them would fuck your dog. Oh, no. They're not attracted to her. Not attracted to her. What? Of course, there's no camera, so we don't know. And this is his wife, Katie Thompson. She is a WCVB reporter and a complete and total hack. Okay? There she is. Now, again, notice like to get on, talk about like sexism and feminism and all this shit. It's just like, just look at this picture of the reporters here. To get on TV, as a guy, you can be that guy. Like this, whatever, 55-year-old dude, whatever. The women have to be attractive and skinny. Like you never see, when's the last time you saw a plus-sized news anchor? Ever. No. So like, let's stop pretending that Katie Thompson got to where she is today because she's talented or good at her job. Like, honey, stop it. You're there because you're pleasant on the eyes. That's literally it. That's the only thing that you're good at. You're not a good reporter. You're not a real reporter. You're just pleasant to look at. That's all you're ever going to be. That's the only reason you had a job. I mean, you should be more upset about it. Look at the men you work with. They're not good looking, but they got the job because you don't have to be good looking as a man to advance in that world, but you do as a woman. Just saying. Just saying. People are saying, have you seen CNN? Other women, I guess CNN's kind of the exception to that. It's a good point. Good point. Anyway, back to this. So this is a message that she sent. An employee. So look, she sends this message to somebody. She goes, "I've been trying to get in touch with Joe. Is it possible to pass along that message? I've called a couple salons looking to speak with him. Thank you." And it's Philip Champa Salon and Spas. So what she was doing was a former client named Isabella left some sort of comment, she didn't like message Katie. She left a comment under WCVB's handle on Instagram. And it wasn't even using her real name. And she thought it was somebody else. So basically, she contacts, she's like, okay, I think it's this person, contacts their employer. For what purpose? There's only one reason to contact someone's employer. Only one reason to contact someone's employer. You're trying to get them fired. Why wouldn't you just contact them? You're contacting their employer because you want them to lose their ability to make a living. Why? Why? Because they don't like the way your husband does business? The fact that he's like, dogs are coming out malnourished and like sick and dying in some cases? And you're going to try to get them fired for not liking that? Are you kidding me? But she never contacted Katie. That's the thing. She's like, Tyler told me, and this is another lie that he told, that Isabella contacted his wife and was harassing her. And here's what really happened. So the comment gets left by some makeup account. It wasn't a real account. And she thought that it's the woman who's suing her husband. Imagine, like, she knows about the lawsuit. How are you going to marry a dude that has that kind of baggage too? Like, oh yes. Oh, so are we going to go get our, engagement photos done today? Oh, I got to go to court again. for that lawsuit where I filmed that woman without her consent and then distributed her video of her getting fucked to everyone, all my buddies. You got to go deal with that. So when we get married, when we're going to do the engagement photos, like, how are you going to marry? Like, what the fuck's wrong with you? I mean, we all know how this is going to end with them. Like, come on. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. honey, like, this is going to end in spectacular failure. And I understand that you're like, whatever. What is she? How old is she? 30, young 30s, whatever. I don't know. You feel like your biological clock is ticking, whatever. You have this life plan where you got married by 28 and had kids and blah, blah, blah. And you have a lot of pressure. So you took the first guy that came along that made you feel good about yourself, right? A lot of people do that. Don't get me wrong. It's going to end badly. It's going to end badly because this guy's not going to stop. The guys just don't stop. Trust me. He's not. But anyway, back to this. So Isabella never contacted Katie. She left a comment on their Instagram page about her involvement with Falco. Isabella used the makeup account, and Katie wrongly believed that it was the Burlington teacher who had accused her husband of recording them without having while having sex. So she then attempts to weaponize the courts against the woman by applying to get a restraining order on the woman. You got that? The victim of her husband, she accuses her blindly and falsely of being behind this account that she's not, and tries to weaponize the courts to silence her. I mean, this is crazy. This is a woman who's supposed to be fighting for free speech in the First Amendment. She's constantly trying to silence people. Why did she contact that woman's boss? Because she wants to silence her. Why did she contact and try to get an order on the ex? Because you're trying to silence her. That's all this is. You don't like the fact that she's saying things about your husband that you don't want to hear. So Katie Thompson also messaged one of the former employees who cooperated with the investigation into Falco in 2021, hiding behind her unborn baby and trying, look at you. She writes to this is to one of the former employees. She writes, "We're having a baby. Why are you doing this to my family? Like, bitch, you ain't the first one to get pregnant. Stop it. You're not the first. Why are you doing? We're having a baby. So what? You want your cookie? What, you want a cookie? Congratulations, you reproduced. Doing what? We're supposed to ignore everything that's going on in your husband's work. So this woman, the employee, she participated in the investigation into Falco with the ARL. She wrote an email to them. And she's like, how can you do that? How can you do that to us? Do what? Tell the truth? Talk about, why are you trying to silence somebody? If they have nothing to hide, what are you doing? Oh, my baby. Okay, your baby, right. You're the first person to have a baby. Sure you are. Most insanely, on her wedding day, okay, she called Margie. Now, she tried to get, on the day of your freaking wedding, she calls Margie. And I guess on that day, Tyler also wrote an email to these people. Like, this is what they're doing on their freaking wedding day. They're sitting on the phones going on Facebook. Oh my God. Oh my God. Can you believe that what this person's saying about me online? Yeah. Smash that like button, baby. Smash that like button. Can you believe what they're saying online about me? I can't believe that. And then she contacts them. She calls Margie on her way. Now, it is illegal in Massachusetts because it's a two-party consent state, one of 11 out of 50 states, to record someone if the other party is not aware of it. So let's just say Margie did record her conversation with Katie when Katie called her on her wedding day. Let's suppose she did. That would be illegal. And, so if I heard this video, if it existed, I would not be able to share it with you guys because that would implicate her, right? Just saying. So if it happened, that's what it would be. So let's just suppose it did happen, though. Let's suppose a conversation did take place. And instead of recording it, she has a photographic memory and she transcribed the entire 7-minute, 19-second conversation to me afterwards. And then I wrote it. That would be illegal. If you can remember everything you said and wrote it down for some reason, that's legal, but recording it is not. So she definitely didn't record it. She definitely didn't record it. And I definitely did not hear it. I did not hear a pathetic, hilarious phone call from a desperate TV news journalist on her wedding day, hours before, when she's supposed to be like the greatest day of her life, calling up some woman named Margie from Boston and telling her, "Why are you doing this to me? It's my wedding day. It's my big day." And I swear to, if a tape existed, I would imagine that Katie Thompson was fake crying throughout the whole thing. "Oh my God, how can you do this to me? Oh my God." Okay. So, she was really concerned about that. And if it did exist, Margie might have told her, why are you worried? Why are you marrying this guy? And she might have said in response, "I love him. He's the love of my life. And we're having a baby together." And Margie might have given her some advice about like, maybe don't. And then she did it anyway. She just wanted this to go away. She realized, she knows she's marrying a scumbag. She knows that. And she doesn't want, some people just don't want to know the truth. It's like Jennifer Fucci. Just like whatever. I think she's actually complicit like Jennifer Fucci in that she's actively going around trying to silence other people. So there's that. And by the way, the Boston Globe contacted these people about it. They didn't write shit. WCVB ain't gonna write shit about it because Katie Thompson works there. She should, like, this compromises everything. The fact that you work at a media outlet too. Come on, you should be fired for that. Talk about a fireable offense. She should be fired for that. Anyway, I think I have. Should I call her? I blacked out her number in that Instagram post. If anybody watching has that for me, actually, I'm getting a bunch of friggin'. I turned off my notifications. Hold on 1 sec. Messages. I have her number somewhere. Should I call her? Okay. All right. Where'd it go? Once I'm going to message this woman. Do you have her number? Somebody has her goddamn. Who did that Instagram? Because I blacked out her number in this Instagram post. Who sent this one to me? I have so many messages that I forget who they all came from. Did it come from this one? Hold on. And then we'll move on to Fucci after this. I promise. That's not it. Okay, I'm getting it. It's coming in. I'm also getting more messages about this as the show's going on. Let me read some of these. By the way, I got a couple Cash Apps, and I'll read the turtle chats in a moment if we have them. Deb Z says, sends $15, and the message is, "For being a bitch doesn't make you a good dog trainer, LG." Ooh, shots fired. I love it. So take that, LG. Take that. Let me check out the Stripe account over here. All right. Brian Johnson sends 25. I don't know why I'm not getting the messages. So if you send a message with it, I didn't get it. But let me read a couple of these that I have not read already. Christine sends $10. Thank you very much, Christine. Bev Millward sends $50. Thank you very much, Bev. The famous chef sends $10. I'm not getting the freaking messages with this for some reason. So sorry about that. Angela sends $25. Thank you very much, Angela. Appreciate that. Oh, we got a big Chris Kerr sends $100. Thank you very much, Chris Kerr. I really appreciate that, sir. We have Vanity de Building Williams sends $10. Thank you, Vanity. April M sends $50. Thank you, April M. And like I said, Brian Johnson, $25. So thank you very much for those. I don't know why it's not coming up in my turtle chats, but like the message, because I do a test one before. I send myself one and it came up. So I got it, but it's just not coming up this time. So let's see if we found her number. Let's see. Yeah. And if anybody else is a victim of him, we're getting a lot of messages about the Falco thing. So if you are, have dealt with them, please contact Christine. She's in the comments. Her last name's Cassidy on Facebook. You can find her on there. She's kind of one of the quarterbacks doing this whole thing. Contact her. She can put you in contact with the ARL person who's doing it. Okay. Man, I'm getting more messages here. Okay. What's this one say? Here are some screenshots of the Falco group chat while I was still working there. They made fun of a dog who could have died overnight. Oh man. Should I send I wish you guys sent this earlier. Jesus Christ. I'm going to send these to myself and bring them up so you guys can see them. Okay, I'll bring that one up in a sec. Got another one here. Says, same one says, joking around after Tyler was made aware that this dog was neglected and hadn't had his collar taken off for days. So it got stuck to its neck. What the fuck? I'm going to share this image in one sec. Cassidy, Jessica Cassidy. Is that what I said? Sorry if I screwed that up. All right, let me pull it up over here. Check out these. I just got a couple messages about this. Let me pull this up. This ain't pretty, so. By the way, I also texted Tyler, invited him on, did not hear back. So I guess he didn't like the blog. That's fine. I think I was fair in the blog. I didn't notice I didn't name call. I mean, there's a lot of things I could have said about this guy that I didn't. Let's be perfectly honest. I just stuck to the facts. That's what I do now. All right. So, okay. Imagine having to live with that thing every single day for the rest of your life. Nope. Amy Falco, staring at you from across the room. Stefan, there's one of the trainers from Falco. The more I look at that photo, the more is scaring the shit out of me. Kyle from Falco does a meme. And there's the dog. There's Luke from Falco, another trainer. This is the dog. Look at that fucking poor dog. Callers, this dog's neck was stuck. Tyler says, that dog looks weirdly human. Imagine having to live with that thing the rest of your life, and then they're making memes of the dog. So I guess that's funny to them. And they're saying that the people that sent this to me said that those are from former employees. So group chats from former employees. They're saying that they're joking around after Tyler was made aware that this dog was neglected and hadn't had his collar taken off for days. So it got stuck to its neck. So it's funny to them, I guess. Funny. I mean, you read the way they react to it. It's just like, how can you, like, how is that? How can so many people who find animal abuse all come together like this and decide to work with dogs of all things? Like, that blows my mind. It's like hating children and working in a daycare. Like, what? They made fun of a dog who could have died overnight. Not good. Not good. Okay. Do we ever get that? And thank you, Janellis Vega. Velez sends $10 in the Cash App and says, really good. Glad you picked up this story. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I am too. Okay. Do we get the number for her? Okay. Oh, I got it. Okay. Found it. Let me call her. Here we go. I bet she's watching. I'm guessing she doesn't pick up. We'll try anyway. Oh, she's from Maine. How about that? All right, here we go. Come on, answer.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. 207-205-1194 is not available. The mailbox is full and cannot accept any messages at this time.
Boo! The mailbox is full. Clean out your mailbox, girl. Clean out your mailbox. It was a prong collar they left on. I did not know what a prong collar was. I had to Google it. I'll show you. Like, dude, what? They left it on. It was an overnight too. Picture sleeping with this thing on. It's like a choke. Look at this shit. Those like what does this do? Those spikes? What is the purpose of this? It seems like it's for big dogs. But that's a little pup, that dog that we saw. That's not good. Not good. So horrible, horrible, horrible. And I hope they're investigated properly. I hope the MSPCA and the ARL actually do their job and investigate this one because, and you know, I look either way, we've already made a difference with this because this is going to come up on Google now. Like, you can't erase this. When people research this company, and this is the beauty of what I do at Turtleboy, is, you know, you have no idea how many people that I've destroyed your digital footprint. Like, this is going to be the first thing that comes up now. And hopefully, you know, it's all factual. It's all backed up. If you look at it, like, none of this is hearsay or rumors or whatever. This is all documented shit, man. I got 4 employees on the phone, spoke with all of them. Their testimony means a lot. Like those, I didn't even have those screenshots of those messages. Now we got those too. So is what it is. Is what it is. I also got a Cash App here. Want to read off real quick from the famous chef. Says, hey, yo, I'm cooking here and I'm like Italian and stuff. That's why I call myself racist names that are only given to Italians. And I say things like, hey, anyways, I'm a famous chef, and the special tonight are things that Bobby Filet and fake chef Gordon Ramsay wish they could cook. You know, I'd be cooking things like chicken tartare tardy because it's undercooked and late. Make sure just to give me a $1,500 deposit in the food or come, because, like, trust me, bro. Anyway, buy my book. All right. Thank you, chef. I appreciate that. Yeah, the fact that she worked there it does speak volumes. No training, doesn't know what the hell she's doing, just kind of wants to be known as a cop place because, like, she still seems to think she's a cop for some reason. But anyway, there's that. All right. So, all right, cool. So I'm sure that's not the last we'll hear of them. I'm sure we'll be doing more stories on that. Again, if anyone wants to donate, the link to the Turtle Chat is on top. Now I just got $100 here. Oh, it's just they donated on the website. So this is not Turtle Chat. Okay. Thank you very much to whoever sent that. Really appreciate that. So again, if anyone else wants to donate, you can click at the link at the top. It brings you something called Turtle Chat. And I will try to write a message with it. I don't know. They're not coming up, but I'll still, whatever. Maybe put your message as your name. Maybe do that. Try that. Okay. Oh, before we go on to Fucci, let's do this. We like to do a little thing every weekend show called Where You Reppin'. So let us know in the chat right now. Where are you watching the live show from tonight? Go ahead. The poll ended, by the way, with 62% saying that he will not show up. 62%. Okay. All right. So we got Tucson's in the house. Let's see. The Highway, Everett, Bristol, Rhode Island, Hudson, New Hampshire, Charlton, Buzzards Bay, Tightwass, Missouri, The Highway, Tucson, Hudson, New Hampshire, Naples, Florida, Wakefield, Deluxeberry, Scituate in the house, Malden, Watertown, Canton, Rockland, Southie, Oregon, Gardner, Nashua, West Springfield, Glendale, Arizona, Stonington, Connecticut, Hanson, East Bridgewater, Westfield, Massachusetts, Baltimore, Hopedale, the ASPCA, Taunton, uncomfortably close to Monica's house. Nice. Northampton's in the house. New Hampshire's here. North Attleboro, Mesa, Arizona, Middleton, Massachusetts, Portland, Maine, Stowe, Massachusetts, Holyoke, Mike Fucci's third FUPA, Farmington, Maine, in my in-laws' basement, Chef Fat Bastard says. Watertown's in the house. Dartmouth's in the house. Redondo Beach, Gloucester, Lowell, Springfield, the Snowbelt, Watertown, Southie, Arlington, Massachusetts, Southwest UMass. Southwest UMass, nice. Which dorm? Patterson? I'm not allowed in there. BPD, Charlestown, Edwardville, Pennsylvania, Revere's in the house, South Boston, Shelburne, Connecticut, Westford, Abington, Lakewood Branch, Florida. Okay, Chef Mike's Kitchen Cooking Scams. The Food Network, Roslindale, Holland, Arlington, Massachusetts, Randolph, Hawaii, Reading, Burlington, Naperville, Albuquerque. Jesus Christ. Away from Keeps. Mattapoisett's in the house. Okay. Eastie. If I missed you, Grafton, I missed you. I love you. The Low Country. He's in the Low Country. Okay. All right. So let's talk about the chef, shall we? Let's bring this one up. All right. So I did publish a blog like 30 minutes before the show started. And so I found an interesting voicemail. So we should read some of these. Hold on. Okay. All right. So we all know Chef. I went to Chef. You guys, should we watch the video? Just in case you haven't seen it, let's just go and review what happened. Oh, we didn't do like a show on this, huh? We talked about it in Turtle Club, but not really. So let's go and watch this before we do anything. Okay, so I went to Fucci's house because, remember, this is a guy, as a reporter, like, let's be very clear. There's nothing wrong with showing up at people's houses to ask them questions because that's what reporters do. And as long as you just knock, and if they don't want you there and you leave, then you leave, period. That's what I do. But I show up there, and he apparently responded by going down to the courthouse the next day and filing for a harassment prevention order. I have not seen the affidavit yet, but I would imagine it's something like, he came to my house, he's harassed me. So let's watch what happens here to see, did I do anything wrong? Did I violate any sort of laws when I went to Chef Mike Fucci's house? Oh, what's going on? So I walk down the street. Okay. So I come across his house. I see his car there with the Chef Mike license plate. So I know I'm at the right place. And let's see what happens. I wanted his autograph. Right. Exactly. Nothing wrong with that. All right. So I saw the mother-in-law was standing there at first. I can see her. Then the chef comes. So they didn't answer. So I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'll knock on the door. Okay, here he comes. And now he opens it up and he's a little confused. It's 9:00 on a Wednesday. What's going on here? Who's this guy? And I didn't make any announcement that I was coming either. I just show up. A lot of people think you're not going to go real world. I go real world. That's what I do. Like, I'm the guy that shows, like, a lot of people like, oh, Turtleboy's a pussy. He's not going to, no, I'm the exact opposite, actually. Funny tangent here. I went to a basketball game last night. I watched Worcester North High School play Wellesley at North. I'm trying to get my kids into basketball, so I brought them down there. Cheap date if you ever want to take your kids to something like that. They get in for it. And North is like really good. They haven't lost to a single team in Massachusetts all year, and they kicked the shit out of Wellesley. Anyway, at halftime, I'm talking to this guy that I know, and this dude comes over to me. And first of all, several people recognize me and were like, Turtleboy, like, love what you do. So I get a lot of that now. I'm no celebrity chef Mike Fucci, but I'm happy to get the compliments. But I've said before that no one's ever confronted me. I was somewhat confronted yesterday. So I'm standing there. A guy comes up to me, African-American fella, bigger dude, heavy set, probably like 215 pounds, 220 pounds, probably like 6 feet tall. And he comes over. He's like, yo, Turtleboy. And I'm like, I thought he was a fan. And so I'm like, hey, what's up? I go to shake his hand, and he does not shake my hand. And he goes, I'm watching you. I'm watching you like I'm big, tough, threatening guy here. And I said to him, I'm like, hopefully you'll be watching me tomorrow night at 9:00. Smash that subscribe button. And then he walked away. And then I walked right past him to go back to my seat. And I sat down and I watched the second half of the game. And it's just like he wanted me to get scared. Like he thought that, like, because I'm, 5 foot, 8 3/4 and 3/4 and white, right? That I'm going to be intimidated by him because he's got me 50 pounds of me, couple inches, and he's not white. And so he thinks that in and of itself scares me. Like, all he's got to say is, I'm watching you. It's like, congratulations. A lot of people are watching me. We got 415 people in the live chat right now. A lot of people are watching me. You want a cookie? You think you scare me because I'm white? Like, that's clearly what you're doing here. It's like, because you think I was born and raised in Worcester, dude. I went to the Worcester public schools. I'm not scared of you because you're not white. Like, that doesn't intimidate me. I'm not one of those townies. Okay. I grew up in the Worcester public schools. Like, you're not the first black person I've ever interacted with, dude. Okay. And he thought that in and of itself, just like, I'm watching you. What do you want? Congratulations. Good job. What you want? Like, he thought that would scare me. It's like, dude, are you fucking kidding me, dude? Like, obviously I have written something about somebody this guy knows, probably an asshole, and he didn't like it. Well, now's your chance, dude. Here I am right here. The guy who talks all the shit on the internet, who writes all the blogs and exposes assholes and blah, blah, blah. And you've probably told all your buddies, if I ever see this guy in person, I'm going to kick his ass. I'm going to kick his ass. And he didn't. And Sergeant Lawless, hey, he's here. Jamie knows all about this. I mean, Jamie talked a lot of crap too. All this tough talk. Then he came down to Hooters when I was there, tried to make out with me. True story. He wouldn't do it, though. He wouldn't do it on camera, he said. I offered him a substantial amount of money, still wouldn't do it. So, again, I'm just like, once you people learn that, like, all these people talking on the internet, don't be scared of anybody. Nobody's going to do shit. You know who does scare me? I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. The only person who somewhat scares me a little bit, who do you think it is? Like, I think like that person might kill me someday. I'm worried about one person killing me. Who, if you guys could pick one person I've blogged about who might kill me, who do you think it would be? Because I think I know. Yeah, we can watch the video in a sec, President Trump. We're just going on tangent here. It's my show. No, she ain't gonna kill me. She's pussy. No. Gianetti can't fucking figure out how to get here. Monica, I've confronted a couple times. The person doesn't do shit. There it is. That one. He might kill me. I'm just saying, that guy, Like, let's not forget what he did. Ryan Waters murdered a dog, a puppy, by stepping on its back. Ryan Waters has no problem beating the shit out of a woman. And I've seen him in court when he doesn't get his way, kick over a fucking chair and threaten to kill himself. The guy is insane. He's been doing this for 5 years and he's sick. Like I make him sick in the head. Brett ain't gonna do shit. Come on, stop it. Brett. Come on. Like Ryan Waters is the only one. Like he looks like, doesn't he look like a serial killer? Like he looks like one of those kids that would shoot up the school kind of kids. And he's really mad about the mandarin oranges thing. He can't eat the mandarin oranges. So he's one that I look at, like, I'm not worried about the big tough guys. I'm a little bit worried about Ryan Waters. He can't kick my ass, obviously, but he might kill me. I'm just saying he might kill me. Okay. He does have that Dylan Klebold look to him, doesn't he? Like he's like weird, you know, and like a woman fell on top of him while she was drugged out or something during a show. That happened in real life. And we never got an answer to that. Like, I'd like to know what that woman was doing. We still don't know. Okay, but back to Fucci. Bottom line is I show up. Say I won't. So he's like, at this point, he's like, okay, who is this guy?
Hey, Mike, it's Aidan from Turtleboy.
That's, look at his look. Look at the look. I don't know if he thought I was a fan. He's just like, what? Watch this. What the fuck? He's just like, what the fuck? He looks in. Did anyone else see that?
Doing.
I'm going to close that.
Questions for you. Do you have
done that? He looks in great
any answers?
shape.
We just got some questions. Anything? No? We just want to add, does your girlfriend, does your wife's parents know about the kid? About the baby, Mike?
So I'm gonna, maybe this is a misunderstanding. I'm not really there to see him.
Appears to be Mike's
as much as I am to see his. I want to talk to his mother-in-law. I want to know what they know.
Who he is hiding this from?
Because there's crimes being committed under their roof.
So Mike has chosen not to. Maybe we'll knock one more time.
There, one more time I knocked. Okay. They don't answer, right? So at this point, they're not interested, right? So, okay, we're good. We're done here. I did my journalistic duty. He has no comment, apparently.
So Mike has apparently hidden somewhere. We don't want to bother these people, but just wanted to know if they even are aware of what their son-in-law has been doing. I don't know if they're aware.
There's a friendly knock too. It wasn't like I was banging at the door.
That's too bad. That's too bad.
So look what I do here. I'm on the sidewalk,
so they can see me
and I'm looking, and all I do is people are like, you're looking in their house. I pointed my camera at their house. What the hell's wrong with that? Their shades are pretty much closed, but I can see someone in there. You're allowed to observe things, people. It's not against the law to observe things from a sidewalk. That is not, in fact, against any sort of law. And that is not grounds for getting an order. And I will not be back there. I came there one time to talk to him, and that's it.
Window right there. See him? Okay. I bet they're calling they're on the phone right now, so I'm guessing they're calling the police. We could wait for the police to get here.
Again, I would have.
I guess I just wanted to ask some questions. That's all. I mean, no harm. So check that out.
I mean, no harm.
License plate.
Yeah, and then I get the fuck out of there. So there. That's what I'm being brought to court over. Can you believe that? So I can't wait to have this dude in court. Cannot wait. All right, let's talk about this recent update. So again, for a guy that goes to the police to cry that people show up at his house, here is what he posted about Governor Baker. Check out this video.
Where he lives, and I'll just stand out there all day long yelling, Charlie, Charlie, I don't care.
I don't care.
Where he lives, and I'll just stand out there all day long yelling, Charlie, Charlie, I don't care.
I don't care. So it's okay when Chef Mike Fucci shows up to the governor's house and harasses him by yelling, Charlie, Charlie, because he doesn't agree with him about something. So that's okay. It's okay to do that because, you know, Charlie Baker's a public figure, so he could be harassed at his own house. But yet, and again, well, oh, but I'm not a public figure. Oh, really? Let's watch this video. Watch this. This video is great.
If you guys go into your phones or you go, if anyone's sitting at a computer, watch this. This is what happens when you pull my name up. That's how crazy this is. I'm going to turn my screen. I'm going to look. I'm up in the Google bar, right?
I'm up in the Google bar. Watch this.
Look, I misspelled.
He writes.
Oh, look at that. You put in Chef Mike, right? Everybody I talk to that does this, I'm always the first or second person on the search bar.
Okay, first of all, dude, he's like so proud of himself. You Googled something really specific pertaining to you, Chef Mike, and then you came up at like second or third. Of course it did. Because you live in the area. Google also picks up on that, on recent searches and shit like that. Of course that comes up as a recommended thing. Boomer happy hour over here. So he's trying to show how famous he is by doing this.
I put in Chef Mike Fucci. Boom. I hit the thing. Twitter. Let's go here. I'm going to look at this. This is all my stuff I've done between Food Network.
I'm so famous.
Everything I did to go after the governor.
He went after the governor.
I went after him so hard. Everybody was crying, laughing.
What?
Mass restaurants owner furious at state of lack of help. That's me on.
He really credits himself with like being remember, Charlie Baker's so scared of me. He's sending the attorney general after me. Look at this letter. The letter's like, we're investigating you for wage theft. With prisoners, by the way, prisoners who we supplemented their hourly wages, and you just had to pay a fraction of that, and you still didn't pay it because you don't pay anyone.
NBC 10. The Lowell Sun picked me up. Well, that's just me opening my doors there. That's my LinkedIn. There's a bunch here. There's a bunch. I mean, there's everything. If I put in right now, right here, Chef Mike Fucci, Boston Herald. Boston Herald. Boom. Ready? There you go. Something stinks with the timing of curfews being lifted in Massachusetts. That's your top article. This article was the number one article, okay? Number one article in the history of the Boston Herald.
What?
Outbeating Tom Brady going to Tampa Bay.
Okay? Is that a fact? So he's like so freaking important. He's such a celebrity, such a public figure. Can you blame someone for showing up at his house? More than the Tom Brady going to Tampa Bay story. I don't even know if that's true. I highly doubt it. But he's so freaking important and famous. Look what happens when you Google me. This is priceless. Priceless.
That's this. Look, if you guys look me up, I think I got now close to,
watch this,
I don't know, 50 or 70 pages of Google about me.
What does that mean? I got 50 to 70 pages of Google about you. Well, first of all, now you got a lot more pages, Mike. And the stuff you want coming up isn't going to come up as much anymore. And by the way, they were somebody sent me an audio. They were talking about us on, I'll pull it up. Do you guys know who these people are? Give me one sec. It was, who are they? Carlson, Mackenzie, and Heather. What channel are they on? They did a whole thing about this. It was great. I might play it a little bit later. But he saves them all. What comes up now? Who knows? It takes like a good 2 weeks for your Google to be officially like fucked with, but.
And it was funny because when I was talking to Nikki Verano. Yeah, exactly, Karen. Karen saw what I was doing.
Oh, Karen saw.
When I was talking to Nikki Verano last night, he's like, I looked you up. He goes, because I've never heard of you. He goes, I never knew you were a public figure and you were.
He's a public figure. There we go. Thanks for setting the bar, Mike. That'll make my job easier. I did zoom in. I'm like, oh, he showed his whole screen. I got to see what all these folders are, obviously. The name dropping. And I'm like looking at the folders and look at the names of some of the folders. One is DOR, aka Department of Revenue, the organization that collects child support that he owes. For some reason, that one probably doesn't get open very often. The payroll folder. How many people contacted us that never got paid by him? The Jim Corsi Legacy Fund, which he was kicked out of. The family, Jim Corsi's family, wanted nothing to do with him. He got kicked out of that. Yeah, it's like, those are just code for porn. The taxes too. He ain't paid. Like, look at these freaking folders. I looked at all these folders. I'm like, this is too good. Okay, what's this one?
I have never been so wrong in my life. It is my mistake. It is my mistake to make you believe in something that I saw optically without doing 1 ounce of research into that. I'm not just Joe Schmo on the street.
Yeah,
I'm just a guy who's a restaurant owner.
Huh.
I'm a public figure.
Yeah, I'm a big shot.
I have resources. I should have used them, and I did not. He's
a really big deal. He's a really big deal. He holds himself to a high standard. Oh, dude, watch this one. Dude, this was this is cringe. So this is and by the way, Christine's sister. She wants to come on. I want to get her on here. I'm going to send her. She's willing to come on. She's got a lot to say. Anyway, so this is she's the one that had the baby with him. And he told her that he was worth $28 million. And then he was going to buy her a $1.7 million home. And that he was in the middle of a messy divorce. And he was going to give his ex-wife the house. And they were going to get a new house and blah, blah, blah. And he's a celebrity chef. And the whole thing was a lie. The whole thing was a lie. He got her pregnant. The baby was his idea. And he sends her videos like this. Okay? Just watch this. And try not to puke.
Hi, babe. It's me. It's about 2 in the morning.
2 in the morning.
And I want you to know I love you. And I want you to know I know you're going through a hard time. But I'm always here. And the days are going quick. And I'll be home soon. And it'll be you and me again.
What?
Okay? I love you. I miss you. Everything about you. And maybe someday we'll find out about a little bit one of our own. Anyway, love you very much. Be a fighter and take everything up the middle. You know I love you. Bye, babe.
What a fucking manipulator. Huh? What a fucking manipulator. So that is one. I see Katie. I'm going to bring her on in a moment. Here's another video he made. Check this one out.
And that's important.
Watch this. Watch this.
It's important to
this is a little cringe.
Those people, they're good people. My lips are chapped again.
Wow.
Oh gosh, where did I go here? This isn't okay. How am I supposed to freshen up in front of the ladies if I don't have my chapstick?
Oh God.
Hold on a second. Oh yeah. Oh. Ladies, take it easy.
Take it easy. Take it easy, ladies.
I know. Take it easy.
Take it easy, ladies. Yeah.
I have to resist these lips. I know.
Oh God.
But you got to support these guys. You got to make it happen. You've got to be the people out. You can't be just a mouth. You can't just do this. You got to get out and support them. All right. So go out there, get to the restaurants, have some fun. Oh yeah, you do. Come on, let's go talk about that. Oh yeah, Melissa. No.
What the fuck?
You and I are gonna talk later, sweetheart.
Oh my God. Like, dude, disgusting. How about this one? Get ready, Bobby Flay. I'm coming for you next. Who wants to see this happen? Nobody. Absolutely nobody. Oh, there he is, taking pictures with two people who barely know him. and he's pretending to be like best friends with them. Just a complete degenerate piece of shit. We also have some screenshots of the conversations that he had with the mother of his child, and they're very disturbing. But before we do that, I'm going to bring on a woman now. She is the sister of his other girlfriend. So Mike had another girlfriend. Remember, this guy's married too, and lives with his wife's parents. And I went to there, and like you see those videos he's sending. Oh my, like at 2 a.m, he probably woke up to take a piss in the middle of the night and sent it to her. And he's whispering so his wife doesn't hear. And so he knocked up the other one and just abandoned the baby. And he starts dating the new one. And I don't know how many this went on for, I think almost a year. And somehow she connected with the mother of his child. And he starts telling her that the mother of his child's crazy. Remember, he was raped. Remember, he said he was raped by her. Like, look at that video. He was raped. I love you, baby. I want to have a baby. You know, love you so much. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to have her sister on right now. And so this is the sister of Alana, his other former girlfriend who dumped him once she found out all about him, and he started just sending her insane amount of text messages from burner numbers like crazy. So we're going to bring her on now because she's got a lot to say. So hello, Katie. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you. So we're here to spill the tea tonight, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So what would you like to tell us? I mean, so you messaged me, you had a lot to say.
Well, I've known him for 6 months, and I've always butted heads with him, and he just threw money around. He just threw money in our faces. The whole family, like, took us places,
you places?
Huh?
You're her sister though.
Family, like, would take the kids to the aquarium, take them out, like, just take them places, take care of them, like,
he was paying her rent too, wasn't he?
From people, like,
yeah. Wasn't he paying her rent?
It's so disgusting. Yeah, he was for the last 6 months until the last 2 months where the checks bounced.
So he checks. So he can afford to pay his girlfriend's rent that nobody knows about her except you guys. That's the craziest part about him is he doesn't just have mistresses,
right,
and has sex with them in hotel rooms or whatever. Like,
right.
He has full-fledged relationships with them where he tells you he's going to marry you and he wants to have your baby and all this shit. And I don't know how he thinks the story ends. Like how he's going to talk about.
That's what I mean. I was just wondering, what is his end game? What is he?
The end game is I was raped. I mean, that's what he did with the other woman, right? I mean, as crazy as it sounds, that was literally what he said to her. Is just like, she raped me, and he expects people to believe that, which is even crazier.
Sister story, you know what I mean? Had it continued further, because
I'm sure that was his plan.
He conned her the identical in the same exact way as Christine.
How
I'm
so?
not saying anything personal about Christine. She asked me not, you know what I mean? Whatever you want to know. It's identical to what he did to my sister and my family. He inserted himself. He forced himself into our family. Like,
that's crazy. Meeting mom,
he
meeting
grew
the
up
kids.
in a boys' home.
Did he really?
Yeah, he has no family. He grew up in a boys' home. His mother was a junkie, and he was abused by nuns.
He was abused by nuns. He said that?
In the boys' home, yes.
Oh, God.
That's what he told us. And he desperately wanted a child of his own.
Is his wife infertile? Is that why he is doing this? Like, does Jennifer just continue not have kids?
Know.
Why? Because he has a wife. Why don't you just knock her up? Like, what? Why don't
I have no idea.
I'm guessing so, or else it's even weirder. But, and by the way, I did notice when his wife, I looked at the original blog about the GoFundMe, and his wife works for a company called Insulet, and Insulet donated $800 to the GoFundMe. The company itself donated, yeah. And so, like, I wonder if they must have gotten it back. I mean, I don't know how she still has a job. That's crazy to me.
I don't even know how she doesn't know anything.
Oh, she knows everything. She knows everything, and she's just as bad as him. So anyway, this is some text messages. What are these messages here?
Are when she blocked him, okay, because they would fight constantly. They would fight at least once a week.
Your sister and him.
You would have to block him because he would get incessant harassing messages, like constant. Why aren't you calling me? He'd call my parents every single fight and say, your daughter has to do this. Your daughter's this. Your daughter's that. Like, who does that? Who calls your girlfriend's parents when you have a fight?
Yeah.
Like,
apparently he does.
Yeah.
He goes, you have 2 more minutes to call me before I make the call to Ryan. Who's Ryan?
Her ex-husband.
Okay. I want an apology for everything you have done to hurt me.
Mm-hmm.
He's the victim over the last 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not playing 2 minutes. I only know about this WhatsApp because it's where you talk to your ex constantly behind my back. Dude, you're married.
I know.
2 minutes. If I don't get a call, I'm going to call Ryan. Game time is over. I'm waiting. Don't be a fool or stubborn. I want an apology. Like,
right?
Narcissism. And then she responds with, stop harassing me. No problem. See you in court.
Yeah.
What am I saying? That I'm calling Ryan so I can protect the kids I love from so he's trying to interfere in your sister's custodial agreement with her own children.
It's a nasty one. And that's how he made his way in, because she is having such a nasty divorce, and he promised to fight him, like, he's done hurting you. You know what I mean? He had a team of lawyers working on it.
Yeah, right.
He had someone investigating her ex. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
He just lied about so many things to the point where he was so convincing.
Wow.
So convincing.
So he played himself like her protector, like, I'm going to protect you from your ex and blah, blah, blah. And then when he didn't get his way with her and she wanted nothing to do with him, he's like, well, I'm going to go team up with him. And
yes, exactly.
And to try to get your kids taken away from you. I'm going to tell this dude a bunch of lies and take advantage of that. If I don't get what I want. And you
all know each other. They worked together years and years ago, back in the day. So
Fucci
they
did?
know each other.
Yeah.
Him and her ex-husband.
Yeah.
So it's almost like they knew each other the whole time.
How did your sister find out the truth about him?
Me.
Oh, you found out. So how did you find out?
I looked him up. I started researching him, and I found the court documents with Christine's name. I didn't look into them, but I found her email, and I emailed her and I said, listen, I understand if you don't want to talk to me, but this man, is my sister's boyfriend, and I'm very, very concerned about him, and I'm worried about her. Can you please contact me? And she did. And she's a sweet person.
She's a nice lady. I talked to her.
She is so nice. We met, and she's so nice,
She's a pushover. Like, she's and he preys on that. Like,
right. And my sister was not a pushover. So my sister opposite. So when she rejects him, he didn't know how to handle it. She wasn't the one to come crying back, he couldn't manipulate her other than the financial aspect.
You sent me a picture of a literal box full of losing scratch tickets. Yep. Where'd you find those?
In my sister's apartment in her living room.
So, and these are $20 tickets, all of these too.
Yep.
So he's just a degenerate gambler, spends all his money on scratch tickets. And so he's got all this cash to throw around. And that's a good question. You're like, where is he getting?
It's almost like it was an untapped resource of cash flow.
It's just scamming. It's all scamming with this guy. It's all cash. And again, he probably owes like hundreds of thousands of dollars, getting close to $1 million, I guess, to all of these people. Just doesn't pay his employees, all this stuff. And so he targets people with unfortunate situations. You said
exactly.
What was your sister's? Just because she was going through a divorce?
Yep.
Okay. And and have a history with addiction.
Yes.
Yeah. And so both have a history with that. And I did notice that he kind of plays it off of them and like says like this and that, like, oh, you're just a junkie, this and that. It's like, but you impregnated her.
Right.
So what does that say about you? Like you're above her, like she's beneath you, but yet you still had a relationship with her and you were in love with her. So, but you're right, just so he could throw that back in her face because he could be more powerful than you.
Right.
That's predatory shit.
Predatory behavior. It's horrible.
Yeah.
It's horrible. And he can't do this to anyone else.
Yeah. And so he's not going to do this to anyone else. Like this is gonna destroy his online reputation, you know.
He was deliberately trying to impregnate my sister too. Like this was it was identical con.
Really?
Identical con.
Oh,
there's even a text message from him, you know, telling her off saying, if you do turn out to be pregnant, do me a favor and get rid of it.
He said that?
Mm-hmm. In one of his messages. Yep.
Jesus Christ, get rid of it.
Yep.
And
I already one junkie for a baby mother. That's what he wrote.
He wrote that?
Uh-huh.
So I got all these messages here. I'll bring some of them up. Give me one sec. Of messages between that Christine sent me a bunch of these. And they're disturbing. Like, and I'm sure, tell me if these like kind of sound familiar, if it's the same way that he used to talk to her. Let me open these up. Give me one sec. All right, here they are. All right. Okay. So, you prayed for him, her son, but I did my whole life, and he's healthy because I got clean for him, and nobody can get you clean. Ask anybody's family whose child died from addiction. If they could get them clean, they would have their life. Only you can do it yourself. Blah, blah, blah. And she wants you. Let's see. The best thing that ever happened to me, the baby, you think you can take credit. His dad is his papa. Grandpa, and as far as your sister, she wants you to pay, not be a deadbeat, and she wants you to leave her the fuck alone. So this must have been after you guys connected. So these are recent texts, and now you want to come back to me. You are a psychopath. And then he says to her, like, some of these are out of order. You will never be half the woman my ex-wife is. It's not his ex-wife.
I know.
Yeah. I'm done here. Never forget that. I'm done here. I'll make sure the texts are sent to the judge and we'll show my attempt in good faith, and you shit all over it and will not budge for the betterment of our son. I tried. Goodbye. Okay.
Our son. He has no right to say that.
That's a great point. Our son.
No fucking right to say our. That is her son.
Yep. She is a drug addict. I think this is your sister. Just as your and her kids were taken from her because of her own actions, nobody else's. Just like you needed help, so does she. She needs treatment, but I'm glad she told you. So that must have just annoyed him to no end when your sister communicated with him, and he just turns her on and turns on her and calls her, both junkies. Let's see. Obviously, what's up?
In histories is very, it's coincidental.
Oh, it's not coincidental. It's by design.
Right.
Like he does that by design. Yeah.
Right.
If it weren't for me, you would still be using or dead, he tells her. Nor would the baby be here. He actually takes credit for that.
Yeah.
Like the baby is only here because of me. I gave you sperm, my fucking sperm. You imagine saying to somebody that you owed all that child support to and you abandoned, but like you would not even have that baby if it wasn't for me. Jesus Christ. So maybe try giving me some credit. I want credit. Imagine saying, give me credit for all of
sober too. That's what he used to. I got you sober.
For all you have done is
crazy.
Try to ruin me in my life. I helped give yours back. Imagine asking for credit for somebody you created a child with her and then abandoned her. And then you owe them all this money and be like, you owe me. What? Let's keep destroying my life. Let's see. That's going to help, right? You took Alana from me. That's your sister. He blames her, Christine, for losing her. Why? Because she told you the truth. Like, Jesus Christ. The only person who was helping me better for my son. It's because of you and your craziness that I haven't been able to get close to him. Wait, is that the son? Oh my fucking God. He actually has the balls to say this about his own son. The son he wants nothing to do with, the son that he claims he created when he was raped. He's like, you owe me. Yikes. What else we got here? How about this? She was helping me and Christine, and you destroyed her. Well, I'm happy that you and Alana now have a great relationship. At least there's that. You have no idea what this has been like for me, knowing I have a son and trying to fight to keep. Oh my God. Poor Mike. He's the victim here. He has a business in a pandemic and blah, blah, blah. My son, blah, blah, blah. What does he say here? Coming in, making a scene where you were not welcome and you were definitely did not belong, he says to Christine. So I loved her. That's Alana, your sister. And you ruined it for me. Now I'm picking up the pieces of her not wanting to even talk to me because of you. Because
this is horrible.
It's because of you, dude. This guy is incapable. God forbid I was happy so I could be a better person and grow. You're married. What are you talking about?
He's saying this to his
Christine
baby. Oh my God.
Yeah, the one with the baby. The baby he abandoned. This is like 3 weeks ago. You aren't the only one going through stuff, Christine. I lost my business because of COVID, and my son has been on my mind since day one. Yeah, your business. Yeah, you lost your business because you suck at business and you never paid your employees, you fucking scumbag. A lot of people, like, you also didn't apply for a PPP loan. God knows why. I am
you don't pick me, I pick you.
That's what he said?
Yeah.
Oh God.
People don't pick me. He goes, I pick you.
Oh God. He's that in need. It is unbelievable. What did your sister see in him?
Like, he threw money at her.
Okay.
He promised to give her a better life. And he had the cash to back it up.
Yeah. But like, how could she be attracted to him physically?
I don't know.
That's a different question for a different day, I guess.
She likes loudmouth people.
But how can you be sexually attracted to him? He is the most disgusting person I've ever seen. Oh, you know he sweats too. You know this guy sweats a lot and breathes heavy and shit. You know he snores
it's gross.
Yeah. I'm trying my best to be a better person. Alana has been so great at teaching me how to be better.
Oh my God.
As soon as she makes progress with me, here, you're going to come. I was making progress. I was being a better person.
Yeah.
You have yet to take any responsibility for your actions, says the man who abandoned his son. That includes calling everyone in my ex-wife's family, my ex-wife, the harassment and much more. I've taken responsibility for my part in all this. I've been doing the best I can. You seem to forget that you were constantly abusive, gaslighting, and couldn't reason with you whatsoever. Yes, I lied. How about this? Yes, I lied to give you hope for a better life. So basically, but he goes on to say, so you would stop using heroin because I loved you and wanted you to stop killing yourself. So I lied about being worth $28 million to help you. I'm a fucking good guy for telling you I'm worth $28 million. I'm going to buy you a $1.7 million house because I'm a good fucking person. That was a good thing to do. That is fucking insane. Level of gaslighting. Throughout all of this. Go ahead.
Is this before the cancer?
This is during the cancer.
Okay.
Yeah, this is February 11th. This is being sent. Yeah.
Right.
So I lied to you. Yeah. Let's see. Yes, I lied to you, but there is nothing I can say or do to make you understand why. Back then, you were out of control, using heroin like crazy. And again, he just throws that in her face. And I was doing everything I could to save your life. Well, are you her girlfriend? Are you the boyfriend or the sponsor? What role are you playing here? Everyone had given up on you. I lost my mind very badly due to all the craziness. I fought so hard to save your life. I'm such a good person.
Right.
You should be thanking her. I think that's Alana, because she's the reason I even reached out to you. She has helped me understand where I went wrong and how to be calm and clear-minded. Oh my God. And hers are sad, I think you should understand. That's why I'm using my brain and not my heart, hoping you anymore that you had a heart. You left 3 messages saying you have cash for our son to give me. So what is the problem with putting it in the bank and sending it? You're not sending it. You pretended to be a multimillionaire, just caring and loving. When I found out that was a scam and all the lies on top, you're never going to learn, but that wasn't really you. You showed me, and you're actually trying to play me again because Alana doesn't want you or your money. That's a great point. That's your son's money. All that money he spent on your sister bullshitting and lying was money that could have gone to his fucking son.
Exactly.
And he thinks, well, yeah, and he wants nothing to do with this child because the child gets in the way with real life. He's married. Let's see.
And I think Alana's kids got in the way too. And that's when
they got in the way.
He called her ex and told him she was using drugs around them and the kids weren't safe.
Really?
And yep. And
wow.
The kids, the ex parte was granted before she could take a urine screen to prove she was sober.
What?
And now,
So he's actually interfered with her custody.
The day the order was granted, we were actually at Quest doing a urine screen to prove that she was sober.
Wow.
And yeah, he did that to her.
Wow.
He did that to her.
Oh.
He may as well have murdered her.
Dude, that's fucking evil to do that to a person, to a mother, to lie about her being a drug addict still in order to get her kids taken away from her. Insane. Do you still live with your parents, Christine? I know you've made a lot of mistakes and lost a lot of time with my son. Yeah, all the time. I'm sorry for that. It was okay. You're sorry. Okay. I would still like to meet, he says. All of this is more than just money. No, it's really not. As I'm sure you can understand. I'm sorry the check bounced. My accounts were frozen. We contacted your attorney about it. Okay. Sure.
Yeah, his attorney, so-called his friend who went to law school but doesn't practice. His name is what's his name?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Christine Christine was talking to him and Alana was talking to him, both of them thinking it was his lawyer, but it wasn't. It was just a friend of his.
Get out of here. So he's got some guy pretending to be a lawyer. That's crazy.
That's
crazy. How about this? This is fucking sad. This one really got to me, this message. This is from her. She's saying, yes, I'm really struggling. If you would like to start showing some good faith, your check bounced for $1,000. And in return, my checks I wrote bounced. And I've been charged $35 per check and $6 for yours. I am struggling so bad to pay for anything for our son. He would like toys that I can't afford. He would like to go places, join karate with his friends, and I can't afford it. Like, that is fucking heartbreaking that this child is sitting there suffering, that wants to do things, and this woman can't afford it because this shitbag who should be paying for this is playing, Rico Suave with your sister and living a lie with her too. It's like, gee, the biggest piece of shit ever. Like, the biggest. Oh,
if you denied anything he offered, he would totally just take offense to it and just, lash out a little bit. Like, he would make it sound like, oh, I'm ungrateful, like, dude, don't shove things in my face. I don't like handouts. Like, I don't do well with them. So stop it, stop it.
He goes on to say, if you would like to meet so I can give you some cash and have a peaceful and calm convo tonight, please let me know. Okay, sure thing. You're right. And she goes, you leave 3 messages saying you've cash for him and he gives it to me. So what is the problem? Blah, blah, blah. Christine, the business is gone. Business. Yeah, no shit. I'm blocking you again. He says to her at the end, because you obviously can't handle a calm conversation. Please leave Alana out of this. She is going through enough. A lot worse than you were when you were using. She's at the bottom of the barrel. Yeah, because of you, asshole. Because you're contacting her ex.
Exactly.
By the way, before I go, if you have any humanity, what you and her sister did, you got mentioned in the text. Before I go, if you have any humanity, if you please leave Alana alone. I think you still wanted to bang her. you know, he's like, just leave her alone. She's going through a very hard time with her own children because of you. She is also an addict like you. She is not in a good or even close to healthy relation space. Okay. Because of you. All because of you, asswipe.
Right.
So there's that. So just the gaslighting with this guy. So your sister luckily got out of it without getting knocked up. So that's good. But how long was she dating him for?
6 months, maybe.
Okay.
He conned my brother too. My brother's a chef. And
really?
He worked jobs with him the past months. So employees that are complaining that he didn't pay recently, he was paying my brother substantially.
Oh, what was he really?
He worked with him.
Oh, no shit. How about that?
Saying, you know, like you saved your mate, just basically, praising him, saying he's going back to the Food Network and taking him with him, blah, blah, blah. Like he is just.
Did you know that he left? So in part 6, we got into how he was supposed to be at an event. He got some woman to quit her job, an old friend from high school, said that he was going to pay her $1,250 a week.
Yeah.
And he never had any intention to do that. She did a job with him and he left it like it was for homeless fucking veterans. He promised them gift cards, never gave them. He raised all this money and then skimped on the food. And then at the end of the day, he ends up leaving it early to have sex with Christine in New Hampshire. And he said he was doing some big shoot up there or some bullshit like that. He later they find out through Christine that that's not what they were doing at all. And then he blames her because she asks for the money. Okay. And he's just like, oh, like you're talking, he goes, you're being an asshole. Every time anybody wants something from him, they're just being an asshole. So yeah, I could go on and on about this guy. It's just, did you see this clip? This clip is fucking hilarious. I got to play this clip. This is where he's talking about, just watch.
I want people to come in. I want you to bother me. I want you to come in while I'm standing there. Chef Mike, how are you? I want you to say hi to me. I get a lot of people in, and Mel will said to me a few times already, people are coming in the door and they go, oh my God, it's really him. It's him. It's him. It's him. All right, I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. Come in, have some fun with me. Let's do some pictures.
God.
Let's eat some food. I'm happy to come out into the dining room and I'll eat with you.
Oh my God, it's him. It's him. It's him. I'll take things that never happened for $500, please, Alex. Yikes. And again, he just mocks people like this woman.
Yeah.
Oh, a new Barbie doll cooking show. Awesome.
This is what you'll need. Chicken grated Parmesan or Pecorino Romano.
So he just makes fun of people all the time. Oh, this is so cringe. Watch this one. Just listen to this.
Guys, I absolutely love this chick. Recently divorced, traded in for a new model. You can see that guy back there, right? You know what that means. Translation, I'm about to get some young dick to make my ex-husband look stupid.
What? Oh, imagine saying that about, oh my God. Everything about this guy is so fucking cringe. So, yeah. Oh, how about this? This is the Jim Corsi thing. This is a guy that he knew him, but they weren't best friends or anything. He started showing up when the guy got sick. He got cancer. And this is what, and I guess according to the family, he would show up with his fucking wife who was there to film and take pictures of everything just so they could put it on Facebook. Watch this.
I'm forever yours.
You'll be my best friend, Jimmy. This is fucking sick.
Circus life, another beach of world.
Look at this. He had to ask his wife to get a picture of me walking him up the stairs.
We all need the clowns.
This one. He posted this on the day before he died. This is literally his deathbed. And he's like, get a good picture of me kissing him. Get a good picture of me kissing him. Like, dude, just so he could post it on fucking social media. and then try to profit off of that. He tried to get involved in the fundraiser they were going to do for him. And then the family's like, dude, no, all set. But anyway, so yeah, I want to know more about the family, what they know, her involvement in this whole shit, but I could talk about them frickin' forever, and I probably will.
It's
but
disgusting, right? Like,
yes,
I don't know how a person like him, I can't imagine.
No. So, well, anyway, I got to get going. I got to do a freestyle about Fucci now. So I got to let you go, but thank you for coming on. I appreciate it.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye. All right, guys, let's do the freestyle. First of all, let me know if you guys can hear this audio in the background. If I talk, just let me know if I talk over this, can you hear it? Can you guys hear the audio if I like, what? Come on. What? Come on. What? Yeah. You guys can't hear the audio? Oh, no, I know what I need to do. Okay, I know how to fix this. Can you guys hear it now? What? Come on. What? Go. Can you guys hear that? Can you still not? There you go. So it works now. It works perfectly. I just want to make sure the audio works. The audio has been an issue before. Let's do it. All right, here we go. Fat ass cook by the name of Mike Fucci. Even though he douchey, he be swimming in a coochie. Claim to fame, make it on the Cutthroat Kitchen. Then he went on TikTok and he can't stop bitching. Fooled a lot of people, but Turtleboy knows ain't celebrity just because he made some nachos. Tried raising money because he said he got cancer. Ask a couple questions, but the dude can't even answer. Can't ask any questions because he says that he respected, but the dude was full of shit, just like I suspected. Friends shut it down till this motherfucker blocked her. Lotto piece of shit couldn't even name his doctor. Making up lies, said he went to Dana-Farber, but Turtleboy sunk your ass like Pearl Harbor. Says the cancer shit was a big misunderstanding, but people didn't buy it, so refunds they demanded. Not his first lie, you can say it was a pattern. Dude got so much gravity, his nickname is Saturn. If you hire Fucci, then the court you will be heading, cause he will take your money and not show up for your wedding. Telling women that you're worth 28 million. Your ass got taken down by a journalist civilian. You went and poked a turtle, now it's checkmate. Cause bitch, I pulled your records from Essex Probate. Getting bitches pregnant cause you couldn't wear a rubber. How the fuck you sick dick over all the blubber? Knock her down when you thought she was being catty. You can burn in hell cause your kid don't have a daddy. Says he rich. Says he rich cause he a celebrity chef, but dude is so poor he collect from UNICEF. 6 Flags might seem like I am bombarding. I ain't Maria Stefanos or Ed Harden. Said that I was gonna write you a fat check, but it ain't my fault that your chin ate your neck. Legal threats from me are just another hurdle, and now your ass is mine cause you went and poked the turtle. What? Come on. All right. Any poop? No poop emojis? Good. Okay, good. I might have to do that again because my fucking computer fucked up in the middle of it and I lost the thing. I lost the script. But anyway, I'll go back and I'll redo it. But you guys like it? It's good? Okay, cool. All right, folks. It cut out? Is that true? Did the whole thing cut out? All right. Did the whole thing cut out? Anyway, hopefully it was good. Hopefully you guys liked it. Thank you for the donos. Why don't we do a little Ask Turtleboy? If you guys have any questions, let me know, and I will read them out loud. Sorry, we got a couple I got a turtle chat here. Want to read one from Joan, sends $25 and says, "Thank you, Turtleboy, for your unfaltering efforts in exposing the motherfuckers living in our backyard. I hope to see you in court Friday." You will, Joan. I appreciate that very much. Thank you for the dono. Any others? Did I miss any turtle chats? I got a turtle chat from Rado Byrne, sends $10. No message, but thank you very much, Rado Byrne. Appreciate that. And just want to make sure I didn't miss anyone else. Oh, we got another. Oh, so that was from Joan. Okay, cool. Oh, Marjorie Ruggieri sends $100. Thank you very much, Marjorie. It's very kind. Very kind of you. I appreciate that. So Marjorie's the one who got the Great Dane situation. She's the one that kind of started the Falco whistleblowing and eventually caught my attention. I had a conversation with her this week, so that was nice. So happy to. I like stories like this because you feel like you're making a difference. And you're like, man, like this story was just not told. And these people have been trying to tell this story and get anyone to talk about it for so long. And same with Fucci's. Like these people have just been hurting innocent people for so long and getting away with it just because they can. So, and I'd like to put a stop to that as best I can. I mean, I can't make them stop. I'm not a police officer. I can't arrest you. But we can get, my job is the catalyst. I'm the guy that exposes you. We get the ball rolling. And then hopefully the government acts on that. All right. Anybody have any questions they want to ask? Oh, thank you. Katie says you're awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that, Katie. I appreciate that. Yeah. Did I watch the J? I don't know what the J is. Yo, Unc. I've been with you since when you used to do the live show in your car, dude. That's old school. When I used to do it in my car, I used to see my fingers on the keyboard. I used to just put my phone next to my keyboard. You could see my fingers typing on the keyboard. That's how the show started in my car. We'd have like 30 people, and I had a great time doing it. It's grown a little bit since then. All right. Anyone else have any questions? How do I give money? You can click on the link at the top, Turtle Chat, and you can do that and write a message, and hopefully I'll get the message this time. Or you can cash at me at $ Uncle Turtleboy, and I will definitely get the message that way if you leave a message. So either way is fine. Anyone else have any other questions? The Bruins keep winning. That's pretty cool. They won again today. They're like the greatest team in history. If they don't win the cup this year, it's going to be extremely disappointing. The Celtics, I don't even want to talk about what happened to them yesterday. Up by 22 after the first quarter. Yeah, 28-point lead they blew against this team that has given up on the season and traded away all their best players, who appears to be better without Kyrie Irving and Durant. Will you audit Falco? No, because they don't let you in. Turtleboy t-shirt. Did you order one? If you're in Turtle Club, I send it to you. Will you do any more stories? Oh yeah. I mean, I do stories every day. So, and I'm sure the 6-part series with Fucci is over, but that's like the real investigative part of that. There will be more Fucci stories, I'm sure, because this guy is just nonstop entertainment. How can I not? And I like it because you guys aren't like bored with it at all. Like some of these stories, you're like, oh, why? Like with the crusty panties, people are like, you're still talking about this? I don't get that at all with Fucci. I don't get that at all with him. People are like, dude, I need more Fucci. Give me more Fucci. Fucci files. Will you stream before and after court? Yes, of course. Yes, we will definitely be going to. I'm going to announce this week where we're going. A guy who owns a bar in Watertown invited me there afterwards. I just got to look it up. If it seems legit, we're going to go there. Oh, yeah, I haven't heard from Farron. I mean, I haven't heard from her since the Eliza stuff died down. But she's more than welcome back on whenever, you know. Her and I briefly talked about doing some collaboration, but it's just been so busy, you know. Do you think Barstool will hire Mutt? Were they talking about it? It was on Kirk's show yesterday. Yeah, I mean, he seems a little old to work at Barstool, but I'm not sure. Yeah, it's a little early for the golf tournament, but I'm going to start planning that soon. So you can join Turtle Club. The link is in the description below to join Turtle Club. It's easy. It's $15 a month. You get ad free on the website. You get access to the Thursday stream. We did one on the Murdoch murders this week. Some stuff that I don't have time to get to on the blog, we cover on the Thursday stream, and you get a free t-shirt of your choice. Let me know what that is. Lauren De Laguna is always welcome on the live show. Always welcome on here. There was that guy. I mean, somebody emailed the Holden School Committee this week about me being like a predator or some shit. It was obviously like remnants of the storm, the usual bullshit. And they used the name Lauren De Laguna as their email. I'll see what I got. I see what I got. The zip up hoodies. Yes, after Court and Newton. Yes, for sure. For sure. Yeah, the $1 million bank account that he had there, we looked that up too. It's on Google Images. You can see that, no problem. Yeah, you guys are like, Turtle Club is growing. Like we used to have 20 something people in there. It's solidly like 45 people now the whole time. It doesn't seem like a lot, but keep in mind, you're like, those are the people watching it live. Then we have a few hundred people in Turtle Club who watch it afterwards or whatever. Maybe they don't watch it. Maybe they just want to donate. Who knows? But definitely Turtle Club is cool. Good shit that no one else gets. You can always use more turtle. He never got a dime of the money. So it was all sent back. Or invested. Same with, I mean, these are good stories. These are classic Turtleboy stories. Yes, she was doing that documentary. That's right. Okay. No, Fucci will not be catering the event. I don't think so. Do you like tacos? Who doesn't like a taco? Anyone else have any other questions? Are you worried Trump's lies about DeSantis will encourage his supporters to stay home? No, because Ron is going to wax the floor with Trump. Ron's just going to destroy him. And it's going to be so resounding that people are going to be so excited about Ron that if Trump tries to pull that shit, like, don't vote for him, like, I'm taking my ball and going on, people are going to be like, dude, you're done. That's going to be the end of the Trump cult if that happens. Talk deets about Friday. So it's on at 3:00 at Newton District Court. Come afterwards. We're going to go out to a bar somewhere and celebrate. I do have to go to my daughter's cheering thing like the next day. So I can't stay out too late, but yeah. Well, Ja Morant, didn't he get in trouble for a gun incident last night? But I think he could. I mean, he's obviously one of the best players in the league. His team is second in the West for the second year in a row. They just have to cross that hump, He's got some players around him. He's got one of the best defensive players in the league, Jackson. And he's got Desmond Bain is pretty good. And Dylan Brooks is pretty good. But pretty good doesn't win championships, unfortunately. Definitely join Turtle Club. I like that. It's not going through the donation. I got a turtle chat here. I got one from Erica. Is that who? Geez, is this Erica? Is Erica the one that said her turtle chat is going through? Because it went through. I'm trying to read the comments. Let's see. Oh, I got your turtle chat, Erica. It says, thank you. She sends $100. Thank you very much, Erica. She says, the Star Drive-In, because I actually own a legit restaurant and give back to my community. What is that? The Star Drive-In? Where is that located? Thank you very much, Eric. I appreciate that. Very kind of you. $100. Appreciate that. It went through. Apparently he's a moron. I don't know the whole thing, but Will the family of the maid get paid? I hope so. That family got so. Watch the Netflix documentary on the Murdaugh. It's so well done. The Fucci survey, the police did. The Holden police knocked at my door. That's all. That's what they do. The court just faxes it over to the town police department that you live in, and then they bring it in. The fact that it was not granted ex parte is a pretty good indicator the judge ain't giving him shit. No, I mean, all of the women that Fucci polls are good-looking women. Better looking than his wife. I watch a lot of college basketball, and especially around this time of year. I'm so into it. This is the most wide open tournament year I've ever seen. I have no idea who's going to get the 1 seeds. Alabama lost again today, and their top player might get arrested for being part of a murder. Yeah, one of the best players in the country. So there's that. But it looks like, it depends who wins these conference tournaments. Like Kansas lost, like today, think 5 of the top 12 teams in the country lost today. Kansas lost again today. There's going to be a 7-loss 1 seed for the first time. I've never seen that before. There's going to be a 7-loss 1 seed. Arizona is playing freaking UCLA tonight. One of them is going to have another loss. So it's crazy. College basketball is just freaking crazy this year. And it sucks because I'm a UMass fan and we're just left out of it again. Oh, he got suspended 2 days, right? 2 days. Oh, good night, Lauren. I'm taking turtle cord up meat. Nice. Excellent. Look forward to it. Don't you think it's funny? This all started when he tried to steal money for fake cancer, and his story actually got worse. I know that you're right. The fake cancer thing was bad, but then it was just like, dude, oh wow, you're a much bigger piece than I shot. Right, exactly. I'm not worried about Trump is not. He does not exactly he does not have. Trump 2016 was hot. It was hot. It was he was talking about shit that people loved hearing about, building the wall. That was one of the big issues was immigration, the wall. He doesn't talk about that anymore. He just talks about what is the message? He doesn't have a fucking message. And keep in mind, Ron DeSantis is polling in swing states better than Trump in everything. In the most important states that he needs to win. So, and he hasn't announced he's running yet. We're talking about who's not even who might not run. How do you feel good about yourself if you're Trump? No wonder he's threatened. This guy who is much more popular than me for good reason and much more likable with moderates. We got people people keep saying it's a negative that Jeb Bush and Paul Ryan are supporting him. It's but DeSantis can't control that. It's not like he's asking those guys to come on stage with him. But the fact that people like that will get behind you is a good sign. Sorry, but Jeb Bush he can't win. He's a loser, but he has a following. And there are people out there who would not vote for Donald Trump. Republicans. Jeb Bush did not vote for Donald Trump. But they will vote for Ron DeSantis. And if you want to win the election, that's what you need. If Peter is boozing it up in New York with dump truck, who's watching the kids? The child abuser. And her kids, or she just left them home alone. So Andrew Johnson, the guy that, isn't supposed to be there in the first place. And she's dead, man. I destroyed her spirit with that shit. Have you seen her shit lately? She's not growing at all. Her fucking videos used to get the chili videos would get 20,000 fucking views, over 1,000 people in the live chat. Now it's just you look at it and you're I'm getting more views and I didn't really give a shit about YouTube. You know what I mean? This is just the side thing I do. She was very good tonight. Katie was a great guest tonight. That was great. Okay. UNC won't make the tournament. They're on the bubble. They're right there. They need the ACC is the weakest conference this year. Like when you look at like the ACC might not have a team get a top 3 seed. Has that ever happened? Virginia is probably going to be the highest seeded team. Pittsburgh was the top team. They lost to Notre Dame, who sucks. And they're playing Miami today. I don't know who won that game. Those are the best teams in the ACC. Pittsburgh, Miami, Virginia. That's not good. Not good for the conference. Like NC State, Duke, they're going to get in those teams. But like, Wake Forest is on the bubble, and it's a shitty fucking conference. North Carolina was the number 1 team going into the year. Number 1. And they might not make the tournament. Bad people being convicted without evidence equals innocent. Dude, the Snapchat video did him in. He was at the scene of the crime. It was obviously he did it. Will you marry me and let me give you a baby, Lauren De Laguna? That's up to her. Okay. Which story has had the most parts? I forget. Lorena Cali. No, Kylie Kirkpatrick. I don't even remember. Who do you think won the straw poll at CPAC? Trump, which means nothing, because all CPAC is, it's a Trump cult. That's all it is. I've been to CPAC before. Like, it's just a Trump cult. Oh, that's new. He called out McConnell and the Rhinos. Oh, I bet that was unpopular. He's really good at calling people out. I'll give him that. Not so much good at doing things when you're actually in power, though, which is kind of the whole point, is doing things when you're in power. Like building a fucking wall. The wall, I was not a big wall person before because you could just jump over it. Dude, like, walls work. How do we not have a fucking wall? Because a wall lasts forever. Laws can get overturned, whatever. Walls last. Yeah, I mean, Kerry Lake is just becoming pathetic. You're right. They would get destroyed. And speaking of pathetic, how pathetic is Nikki Haley? Dude, do you know she's brown? Did you know that? Because she doesn't fucking shut up about it ever. She's a son of immigrants. All this identity politics bullshit from Nikki Haley is just like, dude, you suck. Drop out and endorse Ron. Just end this fucking charade. Now, you're never going to get above 2% anywhere, even though you're going to lose South Carolina, which is embarrassing. He just wants to rhyme. Exactly. Dude, it's like, dude, just stop. Okay. Trump said he would dismantle. I mean, that's actually a popular thing. I don't disagree with that. The fucking FBI. It's like, if the FBI is going to become a political weapon of the left, then why the fuck does it exist? It's criminal what the FBI has done to a lot of people. Did she sell her audience to Irish douchebag? Who knows? Syracuse sucks. Louisville sucks. Like, a lot of good teams suck. The Per Cat Cafe. That was only a 3-part series, and I didn't even rate that one. All right. So I guess we're just going to call it a night. I can't even keep up. But again, thank you everyone who donated, even everyone, period. I got one more dono to read. Oh, thank you very much, Eric. I appreciate that. Okay, that was Erica's dono. So thank you guys very much from the bottom of my heart. Again, I love doing this, but I'm shit without all you people. So have a great night, everyone. And we will see you all on Tuesday for the next episode of Turtleboy Live. Peace, Turtle Riders.